Literally. Oh my God. What's up?
The way that audience just cut in and out, I'm not even sure they're real.
They showed you. They showed you. Welcome to the real BBC. Bagging, boarding, and chatting. I've got comics. Hey, you know, maybe I should have gotten rid of these before Captain African American came out.
Oh.
All my variants of Hulk #1 with the red Hulk. Michael Turner cover. Look at that. Oh, sweet. Yeah.
It's good to go.
Well, oh well. Lost that opportunity. How's that movie doing, by the way?
Just crawled over 400 million worldwide.
I don't think it's gonna hit that 425 bullshit break even number even. Hey, but you know what? You know what? There's CinemaCon right now where all the studios try to woo the theater owners, and the theater owners should just be there with fucking pitchforks and torches right now, and should lynch all of them. Should lynch all the studios for what they've done to them this first quarter, because it's abysmal. But hey, let's get excited for next thing. What are next, as our good friends at Red Letter Media say? What are next? Hi, Az.
Hello. Today's April Fool's Day. So I'd like some of the takes that I've read on the internet this week to be moved to today, please. And then we can all pretend that it's just an April Fool's.
Well, as every day is April Fool's Day in Hollywood. Okay. That's
boy.
why I said in the title, Hollywood has ruined April Fool's Day, because we don't even fucking know.
I did see, by the way, today that the media have really turned hard on Snow White, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
And they're just like, actually, the budget's $330 million.
It's $3 trillion. No, it's yes, the budget is Ryan talked about this. They had to disclose the budget prior to the strike, and it was in the $250 million range before the reshoots. The reshoots. Oh, but so, Captain African American was $180 million.
$180 million.
Roaring success.
Trust me, bruh.
Oh
yeah, just 18 months worth of shooting, reshoots and reshoots and test screenings and failures and reshoots and test screenings and failures. The lowest budget that we've had for a Marvel film in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I heard that Sydney Sweeney's back on the market today, and then I just realized it's April Fool's Day, so don't.
No, that was announced yesterday.
Oh, yes.
I was like, God.
We gotta read the date.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, guys. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why the phone hasn't gone off.
I might even try myself.
Do it. Send pics. Actually, fuck pics. Just video.
I have been wondering what 4K. It's like to rest my head against those pillows that she has.
Look, there's nobody here that's going to disagree with you on that.
Hello, Mahler.
Hello. That thing I was looking for, I've found myself, Gary. So let me know if you're interested.
Good for you. Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to go over because it's out on the internet. So there's some plot leaks we'll go over later for Superman. Our good friend Chris Gore. We talked about this on Friday Night Tights, if anybody remembers, but our good friend Chris Gore spoke with somebody. We actually kind of spoke together. Chris knows way more than I do, but about the Superman test screening that did happen last Wednesday. About 60 people went. So we'll talk about that later.
Sure. So it's like a Snow White viewing in the cinema.
No, there were 60 people there. That's not a Snow White. That would be in the entire country.
No white.
No white.
No white. No white. Also, a show that Mahler and I have covered, is in massive trouble. Like, It looks like Game of Thrones all over again. House of the Dragon. House of the fucking Dragon, dude.
I was just happy he never got to lose.
Dude, I've been hurt too many times.
Oh my god, it's a TV show for Christ's sake.
Hey,
it's never gonna stop hurting.
Episode 8, season 1 is excellent. All right, fucking top tier, like 11 out of 10. So no regrets on that one.
Yeah, no regrets on watching that.
Dude, watching Serenity with Dreamer and yourself and Fringy, that brought the realization that I've been hurt by TV shows before.
No, it could be like things can suck, but you still try new things once in a while. And yeah, I mean, most of them are gonna fucking suck, and you certainly voice your opinion about it, especially now. But no, Game of Thrones is still the biggest tragedy of them all because that was my favorite show, dude. I love that show.
I've said before, it would have been so cool to have known each other when that was coming out because we would have been covering that. You would have seen a completely different world. And imagine season 1, 2, 3, 4 coverage. Whoa,
dude. Well, I will never take anything more away from Game of Thrones than Brianna was such a bad shag that Jamie decided to fucking leave Winterfell to go back to fuck his sister.
I mean, have you seen his sister? I mean,
Lena Headey, right? So
it's like, come on.
Lena Headey?
Dude, that was Sarah Connor at one point.
Which was a good show. Gone too soon. Yeah, so House of the Dragon is in a little bit of trouble. And if we get some CinemaCon news, we'll pass it on to you. Also, Star Wars fans attacked again because that's all Star Wars has. That's the only thing this fucking franchise has is fucking actors bitching about the fucking fans. That's all it fucking has.
Remember, Gary, especially because we just mentioned HoTD, it was like you could tell that they were ramping up to being like, fuck the fat, and then people liked season 1. They were like, oh, yeah, no, yeah, woohoo. It's all good. Yeah, it's great. It's like, they're like, okay, just to get, because I don't know, yeah, Star Wars, nobody likes it. So, yeah, they just end up fucking yelling all the time about how everyone's wrong.
Yep. I mean, that's all. The only news left for Star Wars is bad news, and that has been for a long time. So we'll go over Jonathan Jonathan. Why do I keep saying that?
Jonathan. Wow.
Jonathan. He's in trouble.
Jonathan. Yes, Jonathan. You get over here.
Jonathan, you get off the PC right now.
Yeah, like if you could pull up that, I think the videos.
Gary's mad at him if he's using his full name.
You're grounded.
You come here.
How dare you, Jonathan?
If I his middle name, I would have said it. Jonathan Allen Boyega, get over here right now.
His initials would be Jab.
I got some good news for Az, maybe. So, well, first half isn't. First half's irrelevant. Second half's good news. First half is I finished Ozark, and I don't recommend it. The last half of the last season sucks balls. You could tell they were like, let's just end it. Fuck it. Like everything gets wrapped up in absurd ways just to bring it to a particular end that they wanted to. Nah, it's not very good. But I needed something to replace it in my mealtime.
Alice in Borderland.
I'm 2 episodes into Alice in Borderland.
Ooh, what'd you think?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I really like how they've solved the first 2 games. The way they, because when they introduced, for example, the first game, and I'm going to be spoiler free. First game premise, I was like, it's not that interesting. It's, if you remember what it is. But the way he solves it, I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah, this is kind of interesting. Especially they kept me on my toes because by the end of it, they come up with that problem of not knowing which are the final doors, and then he remembers something that we were shown as the audience. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even remember that. Nice. And yeah, it was pretty cool. And then the second game, I think it was a step up as well. So, hoping to be entertained as it goes forward. But
yeah, you
are. The next one.
Well, I'll keep you updated as the weeks go by, I suppose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mahler, do you cry in movies or shows?
They have to be pretty powerful to get it out of me, but maybe, sure, why?
Just asking.
I mean, it depends. Everyone has a different definition. I mean, like, steaming up the old glasses or getting some moist eyeballs versus like losing it. I don't think I've ever been drawn to like being on my knees, be like, no, like or anything.
I cried.
So. It depends. It's like
you're a woman, you cry when you're out of fucking toilet paper and shit. So
hey, how'd you know?
Yeah, you get a little bit misty eyed when you're watching certain payoffs. Boromir, Theoden,
dude, never gonna
can get to you a little bit, that sort of stuff.
That's never gonna get easy. It's never gonna get any easier.
Mm-hmm.
The Shire comes up for pre-order. I think tomorrow, actually, for Lego members.
Are you getting it?
They're selling the Shire in New Zealand. So like, I'm gonna get it.
I want to get it. I love Lego.
Oh, you have to be a member? Shire. Can I still join?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the members just like you just sign up. That's it. You just sign up on the website. Otherwise, the plebeians, the little people, they get it on April 4th, I think it is.
That's
not bad either.
But if you pre-order it in this pre-order window, then you get
that free little thing with it.
Yeah,
right?
free little fucking with the.
I got some. What did we get? I got something really cool last time. I can't remember.
Well, last time.
When you got Baron Durr.
Baron Durr. Baron Durr.
Baron Durr.
Steph is gonna come over and build it. Because she wants to come over to my house to build the I wish she'd build the fucking Twilight thing for some reason. I don't know why.
The Twilight. I'm actually tempted to get the Twilight house simply because I'm gay.
We knew that already.
How did you know I was going to say that?
I knew it. Oh, speaking of that, I'm just shocked that the internet is shocked that our good friend, who lives in a country that got conquered by fucking birds, has a horrible take every 3 months. Does this not surprise you? I love shit. God damn it.
I saw that tweet when it like first went out, and I was just like, that's gonna be one of the ones that I see many times.
Yeah.
And he gets all upset. It's like shit. It's like, this guy likes Twilight, okay? What are you talking about? And
by the way, Gary, chat reminded me to get Post-its, but I also forgot to write it on the Post-it, but I'm reminding you.
Oh, you forgot to remind me of the 2 things we needed to talk about at the beginning of the show.
Still at the beginning, aren't
No, we're not. We're like freaking 14 minutes in.
Okay, chat didn't remind me early enough. I'm blaming. No,
all right, no, chat sent me a gift on Amazon.
Oh.
but the problem is we didn't open it yet.
It says, do not forget the book from chat. And the problem is somebody needs to remind me to open them and then use them.
I think
Get a Post-it for that.
Well, I have to open mine and use mine to start reminding you about the book.
My Post-it would say, I was supposed to use this to remember something, but I forgot.
It's like Neville in Harry Potter when he gets the remember all, and it's like it turns red, and so it's like you forgot something. But the problem is, I can't remember what I forgot.
I know. That's it. First off, we got a Kickstarter to talk about real quick from Drinker. And you're involved in this, Baller?
Oh my!
He invoked your name on his tweet, so
he did indeed. So yes, Trial by Fire. This is the second sort of project now that relates to short film creation. Except this time, he's got a plan for, I believe, 3 primary stories. One Ryan Drake and. I think the thing is right now. I wish I should have spoken to him exactly on how this is going to roll out, because I know that my one is in there, but also there's also a submission for sort of people to put in essentially their own ideas for short films that are going to get shortlisted and then voted on, and the one that comes through is going to be the one that gets created along with Ryan Drake's stories and the one that I got up to. He very graciously offered me a chance to write a script for working with. I mean, I feel awkward about this because it's just like such an amazing opportunity. But I assume I don't know how familiar everyone is with Jason Fleming, but he's an actor who's been in fucking everything basically. What's interesting is what comes to mind for me are like probably I don't even know if they're roles that he particularly loved or anything, but one of the first things I was like, oh yeah, you were Azazel in First Class.
Yep.
Like, yes, I guess. It's like he was also Dr. Jekyll in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which
he was in A Working Man.
Well, he's in Lock, Stock, of course, would be a better pick, I'd say, generally.
He gets killed in A Working Man.
Oh, well, he's probably died a whole bunch in films because he's been in a whole bunch of them in general. But yeah, it was awesome to be able to meet him and the director Lance Nielsen, who's gonna spearhead it. I mean, I feel bad talking about my thing, but this is just my experience so far. Has been collaborating and working on how everything's gonna work out with them. But yes, so it's gonna be a selection of short films, and I mean, the goal is to try and develop and improve upon all the different things that happened before. My job is to, at the best of my ability, create a script, for a short film, which I've not done before, but I was very excited to try this out. So, I suppose if you're interested in seeing this come to fruition, then check out the Trial by Fire Kickstarter.
Link will be provided in description and in the chat. Awesome. Go get it, guys. Go get it. My book has been, I think, officially signed off on, and it's going to be put together and printed soon. More news to come on when that release date is, because I honestly don't know it, and I personally have to go over the finished product because I've gone over like manuscripts and stuff, right? Which required a lot of editing. So I can't wait to see this all put together. It'll be fun. So that's me talking about the book. It's coming out soon. This month, I think it's this month. No, yeah, this month because it's April Fool's Day. Because it's April Fool's Day. Where did the time go? So yeah. Okay. Star Wars fan. Because that's all that's left. Star Wars fan.
Not talking to me then.
Jonathan Boyega, who's in big trouble.
Jonathan
has attacked you personally. I'm guessing it's Star Wars Theory at this point. Is he the last Star Wars fan? I don't know.
Barely.
Well, there's Star Wars fans and there's Disney Star Wars. Star Wars died in 2012 when George Lucas finished signing his name on that piece of paper with Satan. And
the white slavers, as he said himself.
The white slavers who think concentration camps in China and shrink this dude on the fucking poster. And he wants to blame fans. So let's hear the context. Now they're doing a documentary, a little late. They should have probably done this in Black History Month, or maybe it was made in Black History Month, but it's
nobody cares.
It's leading men in Hollywood. And I know nothing about this documentary, but I hope they really talk about how Hollywood likes to feminize the straight black male, and how they treat them in film, because I'd be behind them on that one.
That sounded gay.
Okay, that sounded a little gay, but I would support their argument that they have feminized the black male in Hollywood.
Black men in Hollywood, and I would be behind them.
I would be behind their argument, dumb shit.
His mind went there, and we can make of that what we will.
Well,
wow.
We know where his eyes go. Pair of tits on a dude. So here we go. Yeah. You know what?
Pandering. Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something, and you can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, "Well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson." It's like telling me
You
how
mean
many
Mace Windu?
cookies are on the cookie.
You mean Mace Windu?
I'm fucking confused. What?
Yeah,
So is it
No,
bad?
it's a circular argument. It's so they can be perpetually a fucking victim. Well, forget that we're pointing out that there was black characters and one of them actually blew up a fucking Death Star and had a heroic moment.
People adore
So we can
Mace
still
Windu.
yeah.
Considered like the coolest Jedi.
And Lando.
You know what? When I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck that Lando was black. Nobody gave a shit. Billy D. Williams was just cool. Was just a cool fucking dude. And had a redemption arc. It's like, fuck off with this shit. God damn it. It's so tired. But we're doing this again, so let's hear it.
It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro.
Bro.
Okay
Pause. You're counting the cookie chips in the cookie dough.
By the way, Mace Windu, way better character than Finn. And then Lando Calrissian is fucking iconic.
Yes. Absolutely.
What is this? I don't
But no,
understand.
the fact that we're pointing out it makes it bad. We're just pointing out facts. Now makes it bad because it's a circular argument. It's not supposed to be an actual fucking argument.
But it makes
perpetual victims, man. Stay in that space. It's a mindset. You stay in that space, you're going to be miserable the rest of your fucking life. The world owes you shit. Sorry. Especially when I'm talking specifically about Hollywood here. We're talking about pretend. We're talking about make-believe. Okay, we're not talking about a regular job or fucking going to the coal mines or anything like that. We're talking about meritocracy. You have to be good. I'm sorry your career went to shit afterwards. Maybe get a new agent.
Okay.
I'm guessing James Earl Jones doesn't get to exist in this either because he's the voice.
No, probably not.
Cool. Like he played one of the most iconic villain in history, one of the most iconic characters of all time, and it's like, nah, sprinkles of chocolate on cookie dough, or whatever the fuck he said.
He's stupid. He's just another fucking adult pretender. Stupid idiot.
That's what he is.
Another stupid fucking
He was
idiot.
saying stupid shit during the BLM stuff, and he's saying stupid shit now. And by the way, every motherfucker that I've talked to, everybody in the chat, everybody defended this guy and found him to be, during the trailers, the most interesting and captivating character. But if we point that out, I guess that's racist too. So fuck off.
Yeah, I distinctly remember there was a lot of conversation about the intrigue around the whole trooper business, why they were getting so rattled, screaming, literally like screaming traitor, this kind of like almost cult-esque kind of vibe. There was rumors that they were gonna go into storyline about how these stormtroopers were actually taken as children, and that's how the Empire was now recruiting since the clones weren't being produced anymore. And there was lots of stuff, lots of places that his story could have gone, and it could have been very interesting. And a lot of people actually thought that by the end of the trilogy, it would be Finn and Rey as Jedi together fighting against Kylo. They turned him into a sidekick for the worst character that Star Wars has ever produced, and Jar Jar Binks is laughing his tits off at Rose Tico.
He should. Jar Jar had it all compared to her.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you turn this on the fans when it should be Disney, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, and hiring Jar Jar Abrams and Rianne Johnson. That's where your ire should be directed, not the fucking fans who just simply said, we hate this fucking movie because it sucks. And most people were pissed about how they treated Luke and Han.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your character was insignificant, buddy, and that wasn't us. So, but this will help you get jobs. Because while the producers will quietly agree with you, Jonathan, behind your back, they will go, well, this guy's difficult to work with. We're not going to hire him anymore.
Yes, 100%. Well, I think he did a lot of damage to himself during the BLM stuff.
He did.
When he went into Hyde Park, Morley? Did he go to Hyde Park? And he's there with his megaphone.
I remember the video, but I don't remember where it was. Like,
yeah, I think it was Hyde Park.
I think it was. I've been there.
I could be wrong. And yeah, he says some stuff there, and I you could already see that there'd be people going, well, this guy's just too gonna be difficult to work with from now on.
Quick story about Hyde Park in 2003. I was there. Melissa was teaching a class for Vidal Sassoon. So I decided to go for a morning jog through Hyde Park. I'm like, this will be lovely. Downtown London. I'm going to go on a jog. I threw on my Captain America shirt and I'm jogging through Hyde Park. And somebody threw a tomato at me. I have my old CD player, the little sports. Somebody threw a tomato at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Right. And I turn around and I'm like walking into a war protest because it was the Iraq War. So I'm
and you got a Captain America t-shirt.
I had a Captain America shirt. There's all this anti-Semitic shit everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Dude, what the hell did I run into?
You see this guy that turned up to the Tesla protest and he's just like going to these white liberal women. He's just like, holy shit, the queue for these Teslas is fucking crazy. These really good cars. And they're just like, no, we're here protesting. He's like, oh, you're protesting that you can't get in the line to get one?
That's great. Yeah. That was my Hyde Park story. So I just jogged the other way. That's all I did. Like, it's probably not a good idea to jog here today. And I also told the story before that the protest, because you guys protest there once in a while, the protest that dwarfed this Iraq War protest was when the UK was going to ban fox hunting. And holy shit. Yeah. People went nuts.
Yeah, the tops turned out for that one.
Yeah, that was crazy. But back to Jonathan Boyega. Let's hear it.
They're okay with us playing the best friend. Once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. I remember when I said that about Blade. Oh, if I point that out, I'm racist.
Lando destroyed the Death Star.
Yes.
No, he was just the best friend, just doing best friend shit.
He's full of
Lando
shit.
had more of an impact on Return of the Jedi than Han Solo did.
I don't even understand.
He did.
Darth Vader is.
He literally did.
Yes.
Mace Windu, known as Yoda's best friend.
Yeah, Yoda's bestie. Yoda's bestie, Mace Windu. Right.
What fucking thanks for just saying something that makes everyone angry. Good job.
This who's he? I
and that's just wrong. He's just wrong.
That's what I mean. It achieves nothing but making people angry because of how wrong it is. That's all you did.
When you teach people to be a victim, all they will ever look for is victimhood.
Yep.
That's all they will look for. And this is a prime case of that. We could go through multiple films, multiple genres, multiple TV shows with lead black characters, and suddenly they're all irrelevant and forgotten, and they're not legitimate within their own right. This is Boyega being as racist as he could possibly be right now. These actors, they're stupid. They're just as stupid as anyone else.
They might be a little more stupid. I think they are dumber. I think like your average IQ in Hollywood is functionally retarded.
Windu took down the Emperor.
Well, I was going to say he decapitated Django.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the white guy, white guy coming in, he would have had him.
Stupid cracker.
Fucking honky.
Oh, it's such bullshit, man. The audiences don't want to see black people as the heroes. Like, what fucking planet are you on?
Yeah, you know what?
I grew up watching Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and stuff like that, and they were my fucking heroes.
Yeah, we put on our white robes, and Az and I went and saw Equalizer 3. It was awesome.
Yeah, Yeah, we're at the we stood out.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah,
but, hey,
COVID-ridden us. Went off.
I know. But Star Wars is in the news again, everybody. On April Fool's Day, which is fucking so fitting. It's so fucking fitting. Oh my God. When is that stupid Grogu movie coming out?
I don't know.
Too soon.
Apparently next year.
Okay.
I still can't fucking believe they're choosing to do that.
I
just so dead.
It doesn't make $500 million
happy.
worldwide. I don't think it makes $500 million worldwide.
That's a good guess because it's.
I think that's a solid guess.
It's so pathetic. Is it just called Mandalorian and Grogu?
Yes, the most uninspired.
Because
you'd
expect they would do Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu.
Rip off a fucking EU title. There's a pantheon of great fucking titles out there. Well, we'll get to that because there's a pantheon of great fucking Spider-Man titles, but we keep calling it fucking Home or Day or some stupid shit.
One day of homecoming for one more last day.
I saw that last night. Yeah, sorry. We'll get to that in a second. Before I get
now they've taken a fucking WWE wrestlers team, just called it Spider-Man New Day.
Yeah, no, Dakota Johnson. When she was talking about Harry Potter, she's like, "Here he comes," or Spider-Man. Here he comes. It wasn't Harry. She called it Goblet of Fire, but she's all Spider-Man. Here he comes. That's what they should call it. It should be called Spider-Man Does Whatever a Spider Can. That would be a better fucking name.
I just want Madam Web too.
Madame.
More than you know what? More than I want Acolyte season 2. I want Madam Web 2. I do. I adore that movie.
Well, yeah, because we'll just get Sydney Sweeney as anyway.
I talked about my video, but do you guys remember that it had a 6-day opening weekend?
Oh, yes.
That's a week.
It came out
it's an entire fucking week.
They call that a week, actually.
Oh, that video of Dakota Johnson just saying, "You're gonna love it, and you're gonna love it so much, you're gonna go see it twice."
She was so good.
She was a troll.
I
great.
Genuinely have tons of respect for her for that now. Cast her and everything.
I have tons of respect for her and Sydney Sweeney for their marketing of it.
It's kind of glorious because she got tricked into it, right? Somewhat.
Yes.
She was misled that it was part of the main MCU.
Yep, and she fired her agent. She fired her fucking agent.
So funny.
Yeah, they've come out. She's come out fine. Sweeney's come out fine from that. Nobody's been harmed because nobody saw it.
Nobody gave a shit. Well, rather, people did give somewhat of it because Madam Web, just everyone has this appreciation of it as being. It's like the Room of superhero movies.
Is this the video? Hang on.
Can you name the 3 Spider-Man?
Morning, Madam Web. Good, Madam Web. Oh, hi, Madam Web.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, hey, Madam Web.
Here, X-Ray Girl. Here it is.
You're tearing me apart, Madam Web.
This is so good. She is. Oh, God dang, Madam Web was glorious.
God damn it, Leroy.
Okay, here it is.
Can you name the 3 Spider-Man Tom Holland movies?
Yeah. I can think. Here he comes.
Here he comes. Yes.
Spider-Man. And he's back. And the other one, the last one is the Goblet of Spider-Man. Harry, Spider-Man, and the Goblet of Man.
So good. That is so good.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
And that would be better than the title that they came up with for Spider-Man 4. The title card. Did you get linked the title card, X-Ray Girl?
Yes.
You did. Okay. It's called fucking Brand New Day. Now you're like, no, that's not the title card. Well, that's fine. So the title card is actually it's got a logo with but
Just
it's
the
all
same.
right.
It's the same,
all right.
same font as the other.
Doesn't
shit.
matter. Doesn't matter. So Spider-Man Homecoming made some sense. It's from the comics. It's from the Straczynski run, and it was kind of Spider-Man's coming home to Marvel, except he's really not at Marvel because he belongs to Sony forever, and they're never going to get it back. And the chance they had to get it back, they decided to pass up because it was too much money, and now they're never going to get it back. But then it was Far From Home and No Way Home. Those are lame titles. I like No Way Home. It's a lame fucking title, but this one takes the fucking cake.
Oh, it's
Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, it's kind of innocuous.
No, what does it sound like, Gary? What does it sound like as well?
Brand New Gay? I don't know.
No. which horrendous story in
No, it's okay. That's what I'm leading up to.
That's where he's going. Yeah.
So that's where I'm going.
Okay, good. Because that's all I thought when I saw
it is a
this
story
title.
from the comic books that's the follow-up to the story that destroyed Spider-Man in the fucking comic books. It's the follow-up to One More Day.
Was it better at least than One More Day?
Not really, because everybody was pissed off, and I lost half my Spider-Man customers at the shop in like 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
No, and it did like fundamentally like Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man regularly, like clockwork, would sell over 100,000. Over 100,000. This is when it started dipping into the 50, 60,000 territory. Amazing Spider-Man, your flagship book. I mean, Spider-Man is like Mickey Mouse to Marvel. Like they actually used his face for a long time for the logo of Marvel. And they decided to go with the fucking, and this movie could be great. I don't know. We know that I guess I heard the Chameleon's going to be the bad guy, which might explain the Punisher and the Hulk being in it. Kind of. Can't really explain the Hulk, but we won't get into those details. But yeah, like if they wanted to really spell out that comic book fans, we knew this, but we don't give a fuck about you anymore. They might as well called it One More Day.
Listen, I'm gonna level with you. They don't give a fuck about the movie fans.
Nope.
They doubt comic fans are in the dust for them.
And if you need some context, One More Day is when they basically ended the Peter Parker Mary Jane marriage and relationship. They got back together a couple times, I think, afterwards. But like right now, as it stands in the main book, Mary Jane's with another dude. Peter Parker's cucked. So the comics are shit. The comics are absolutely shit.
She's got kids. Well, it's been beaten now. It's been outsold by Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
where Peter's married to Mary Jane and has two kids with her.
But if people want to know why I'm pissed off by that name, it is a fucking slap in the face to any Spider-Man fan, like ever. Like it's fucking disgusting.
They don't know.
No, they don't.
They don't know.
They have no fucking idea. And also, it's an uninspired, stupid fucking name.
Yeah, it's not very effective. Brand New Day. So,
I just gave you a better title. Does whatever a spider can. That's a better fucking title.
Because, like Far From Home and No Way Home, I kind of agree with you. When you hear those, you're like, oh, they're just desperate to get home in there. They're really trying, huh? And then Brand New Day is like, oh God, are you going to do Day 3 times?
Day now, yeah.
Honestly, Dakota Johnson's titles are better.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Most excited for.
Yeah, that was great.
They should just make it a YouTube, like your basic YouTube title now. Like, you're not going to believe this.
Spider-Man, you're not going to believe it.
They want Spider-Man. They want him gone.
Yep, they want him gone. This is wild. Spider-Man, this is wild.
WTF is this?
Gone sexual. Remember that tag?
Spider-Man 1.16248-4PP-poo-poo-08-1.
That was the best title ever.
I'm glad you went through with it.
Oh my God. So new Spider-Man with Tom Holland gets a title at CinemaCon. Stop.
I was just making it Gary sized.
Thank you. Destin Daniel Cretton, director of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, that massive hit that was actually a flop.
He's literally called Cretin.
I could have said Cretin. Creton. It's probably Creton.
He's
so,
a cretin. Yeah,
by the way, Shang-Chi, hey, Simu, Shang-Chi was a flop. Your studio took a $65 million bath during the quarter your movie came out. It was a flop. The reason I'm pointing out Simu is because he called me out on Instagram.
Called all us about.
Well, he was very smug on the launch of Shang-Chi, and it fucking failed, so.
And made his first appearance at CinemaCon. He shared stories about his toddler's first words being Spider-Man. That's cool. And how he lost some money at roulette. Don't we all? But what the Shang-Chi... Oh, he also lost some money on Shang-Chi.
Hey!
Oh! But what the Shang-Chi filmmaker and upcoming Spider-Man movie director was here to chat up was the new title. Really exciting news.
Who gives a fuck?
Every day right now, I'm exploring the new stage of this amazing character with the team of incredible artists of the world. How to swing, how to create emotional story, because you didn't create one with Shang-Chi, and a ride we haven't seen before, says Cretin. They tell me it's tradition. It's tradition to tell you something about the film that no one knows. We do have a trailer, even though we didn't share anything, joked Cretin. He tossed it to Tom Holland on the screen. I know we left you with a massive cliffhanger, Holland said to exhibitors who should all be fucking just enraged with every studio right now. Then the Peter Parker actor made the slip Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is what you're all waiting for. What a title. You know, even at the height of the superhero movie where just everybody would like, what a shitty fucking title.
It's just generic. It's just basic. It's, you know, it's nothing.
Which makes it worse.
Well, it's just like, why are we being put into a position where you're trying to get people hyped about a fucking couple of words on a title? Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, theater owners are like, what are you doing for me right now? As we're like, they're scrambling to get people in, and they're like thinking about fucking weed. By the way, if there's fucking weed in a theater, there's no way I'm going.
No way.
No fucking way I'm going to like smell that shit.
No, that was just some stupid article in some stupid fucking online rag.
Oh, you mean Hollywood Reporter? Yes, yeah. I agree.
Exactly.
So it comes out July 31st, 2026. And as Robert Meyer Burnett pointed out, well, that probably means he's not in Doomsday. No, he's not going to be in Doomsday.
No.
So I know there's a lot of people holding out hope that Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to come back. They might for Secret Wars, maybe, but not for Doomsday.
I wouldn't be definitive about that. They could easily just be on a green screen, film one thing, going, we're here too.
They could.
And then they just put that in, you know, like some bullshit last minute thing.
Probably
but that requires making a deal with Sony.
Yeah.
So that's a big hurdle. That's a big hurdle. As mentioned, Spider-Man No Way Home will a wild success as the 7th highest grossing movie of all time, not adjusting for inflation, at the global box office, 1.95 billion, ended with a seismic shift for the web slinger. Yeah, actually making him Spider-Man. With Holland's Parker relinquishing his identity to save the world with the help of the previous iterations, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. For the 4th quel, Amy Pascal and Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige are back as producers because they love each other, by the way. They are best friends.
Yeah.
They hang out all the time. With star Zendaya also returning. However, despite the switch up following No Way Home press cycle, which attempted to keep the former Spider hero's return under wraps, Garfield said he would not revisit the franchise this time around.
Well,
he said that last time.
Yeah, he did say that last time.
No, I think that this one's yeah, it's not gonna have Toby. Well, I don't know, but this one's not gonna. This one's gonna be Spider-Man fighting Spider-Man villains and with some guest stars. It's not gonna be a multiversal story, I'm told. Which means it definitely won't be involved with Doomsday.
Hang on to hope on that one.
Yeah,
we'll see. Hey, Beyond the Spider-Verse, remember that? Remember the Spider-Verse movies with Miles Morales?
I'm forgetting it more by the day.
The Miles Morales movies?
Mm.
What a shitty ending that I love the animation. I like a lot of stuff in it, but that ending was trash.
Just ended.
It just fucking ended.
Well, remember
wait, where's my other part of the film?
They announced their part 2 is going to be out more than a year ago now.
It was supposed to be
27 now, isn't it?
It was supposed to be out this year.
It was. I could have. No, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be out early last year.
Oh, last year. Sorry, last year. Thank you. Thank you for the correction. Last year.
That's insane. What the fuck were they doing?
Like, what'll come out first? Beyond the Miles Morales verse, or the Batman 2?
Ooh.
Jesus. We were talking about this. Like, it's so fucking remarkable how much children are in charge of all of this. And they're just running around splashing the walls with shit.
Well, yeah. It's funny that you bring that up because there's a horrible rumor going around about Matt Reeves. I don't really want to. I'll tell you about it. Somebody talked. Go watch Friday Night Tights. Somebody already talked about it. But he's got some personal problems going on right now.
All right, baby. I'm gonna go watch Friday Night Tights.
Yep, go watch Friday.
BRB. Is he splashing poo on walls?
Yes.
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 Oh, has he lost it? Has he lost it?
Yes. That's.
Oh. Okay.
That's what's it. I don't know if it's true, but we talk because I've actually heard that a couple of months ago, and I'm like, that's what. But it's more importantly who I heard it from, or it's not like just rando.
Yeah.
But
is it who I think it is?
No, I can't say. But it's there's definitely maybe it's a divorce, maybe Hollywood just drives you crazy. Wouldn't be the first time somebody smeared poo on the walls. Okay, it wouldn't be the first time, but I usually don't like talking about that shit. If it's a personal problem, I hope he's okay. I truly hope he's okay.
Yeah.
But
get your movie done.
Yeah. Penguin was good. We got our 4Ks. I got my steel box. Did you get a steel box, Mahler?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's fucking gorgeous.
And they can't take it away from me, even with a bad season 2, even if everything's canceled. We got that forever.
That show was magnificent. Oh, what's her name's going to be back in Black Mirror, revisiting that fucking terrible episode they did on Star Trek.
Milioti?
Yeah, she's going to be in. So if you guys, what's his name? Jesse. He was in Civil War.
Plemons.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesse Plemons is in it, and she's in it, and he is like a tech guy. This is years ago. He's like a tech guy or something like that, and he's a big Star Trek fan, right? I say Star Trek. It's a sci-fi show that's supposed to be Star Trek, and the whole thing is about like toxic fans and how the girl takes over. So it switches from there's like an alternate. It's like a simulation or something where he's in the Star Trek world, right? And then she takes it over and it goes from OG Star Trek to fucking Abrams Star Trek at the end. And it's so fucking terrible. Oh God, it's terrible.
I mean, the way you just described it sounds like it could be good if it was commentary on that, but
no, it was Girl Boss takes over. Let's go.
As in, like, the show's opinion was that it got better?
Yes.
That sounds cringe.
It's super fucking cringe. And it's about toxic male fandom. That's the underlying message of it.
Okay.
Absolutely fucking terrible.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing a follow-up to that, kind of. She's back in it. I'm not really sure, but that's not a good plan. It's not a good plan. What do we want to go to next? Oh, whoops. My thing went away. Oh, okay. Pull up that House of the Dragon article.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Okay. Ryan Condell, the showrunner for House of the Dragon, started this with Miguel Sapochnik, and George R. R. Martin was heavily on board with this, including providing some context. And that's why I believe we got a really good season 1. Fucking fantastic season 1. Miguel Sapochnik, for some reason, left. Maybe he was just there to get it rolling. But Ryan Condell and Miguel Sapochnik did this because Jennifer Salke, who just got fired, turned down their Conan show. So they went and did this, and they did the impossible. They brought Game of Thrones fans back after the disastrous season 8. But apparently somewhere along the line in season 2, George R. R. Martin, this might sound familiar, had a falling out with the showrunners, or showrunner in this case. And I don't think they're speaking. But based on this, Mahler, I don't think they're speaking.
I mean, yeah, you can tell there's like a corpo speak, but at the same time, it's like, oh shit. So this is if they're saying this publicly, what are they saying privately?
I got to go to my bookmarks here because I have to get that list of directors. Here we go. Okay, so this is bad news. So season 2, could have been as good as season 1 if they had ended up putting in the last 2 episodes that HBO decided to cut out for budgetary reasons, also to get the show out faster, which didn't work. So it ends on episode 8, which feels like there should have been 2 more episodes because there were supposed to be 2 more episodes, and they did it so late, and because of the strikes, they couldn't write it to really make it a solid ending. And we're watching it live, Mahler. We're like, what?
Everyone who watched it was like, no, there's more episodes, right? Like you can't end it like this.
And they did some stupid shit, like okay, Rhaenyra going into King's Landing, and then Alicent coming back and going to fucking Dragonstone secretly. Like,
oh my god,
it was retarded. And Myseri is fucking terrible character, legit terrible character.
She is a plot cancer.
Yes.
Genuine near her, she will infect you and make your writing fall to shit.
What she's supposed to be is like this creepy witch, kind of like, and because of feminism, they can't make her, so they make her all powerful, and then she fucking made out with Rhaenyra, which was just out of left field. So they did some weird. There was some great shit in season 2 as well, but they muddied it. Oh, and Nettles, we could get into Nettles. So Nettles is the one canonically black character in the show who, sorry, I'm going to spoil. Well, she's not in the show, so it doesn't matter. She basically is not Valerian, or not of descent, but she becomes a dragon rider by basically feeding a dragon over and over again over a long period of time. And she becomes a dragon rider, and she eventually becomes Matt Damon Targaryen's mistress, right? Well, they is it Baela, right? Baela's the younger sister. They've melded her with Damon's daughter, Baela. So Nettles is not going to be in it. And the reason they can't bring Nettles in is because they race swapped the Valerians. And they thought, well, that character's now doubled up. And it's like, but that's the one canonical black character in the fucking show. So you now ejected it because you race swapped another character. It's fucking, the game of identity politics never fucking ends.
Oh, yeah. That's
Never
the Game of Thrones
ends.
right there.
Right? So now, like, is Damon going to be sleeping with his fucking daughter?
I don't think they'll do that.
I mean, there's a huge, I can't give a big spoiler away, but like, this is a big deal because of this, something happens later in the show that's pivotal, and now it's gone. So, like I can understand why George will be pissed, but it also comes off as George is a lazy fuck, and doesn't feel he owes his fans jack shit. And the more and more I hear, he just likes going to parties and hanging out with movie stars and stuff, and likes the celebrity and doesn't really want to do the work anymore. The most frustrating thing I find is it's been 5,012 days since the release of A Dance with Dragons. Fuck this show. Fuck all the shows. I don't care. I just want the book finished.
You don't even get the full story if you get a book finished. Still another one after that.
I know.
It's never happening.
Nope.
It's never getting finished, Gary.
Never getting finished. He has trouble walking. He had trouble when I saw him when he wouldn't shake my hand on the set of the Orville. That was what, 4 years ago now? And he had to roll around on one of those little cars. You know, he had his little electric car because he couldn't walk.
Well, I mean, you don't see many obese old men. That's not much of a thing.
Nope.
How old is he? Like 76 anyway?
Yeah, he's getting up there. House of the Dragon showrunner addresses George R. R. Martin criticisms, says Game of Thrones author became unwilling to acknowledge the practical issues at hand in a reasonable way. So the reason this is all in the news is they just started filming season 3. They just started. And they're going to be like, I think, principal photography lasts until October. House of the Dragon showrunner Ryan Condell has called Game of Thrones author George R. R. Martin's criticisms of the series' second season disappointing. Following remarks the author published last year, drama in the Game of Thrones world began when Martin promised to dive into everything that's gone wrong with House of the Dragon in August of 2024. It's a promise he kept, going on to call out the plot elements related to Aegon and Helena's children. Yes, they fucked up Blood and Cheese. They fucked it up. Like this, the easiest fucking layup of all that people would have been talking about for 2 years, Mahler. They fucked it up.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was interesting, right? Because you guys wanted a, I think it was me and Franny's opinion first, because we didn't know the book story, but even we were like, feels off, feels like something weird happened here, because there's like pieces missing, which is exactly what a lot of shit in Game of Thrones started to feel like when they went off script and started improvising.
Just to let you know, Blood and Cheese were there, and Helena was made to choose because he was they came to murder her sons, right? And she was supposed to choose between one, so she chooses the younger one. Was it so the son she chooses gets to watch the other one get killed. And then I think it's Blood goes, "You see that boy? Your mother wants you dead." And then they kill the other one.
Yeah.
Which would have been way more impactful. Cuts his head clean off, by the way. Helena's children, as he expressed concern for the future seasons of the show might play out. The post was eventually removed from the author's website without explanation, but not before thousands of fans and HBO caught wind of the grievances it presented. Now Condell has shared, listen, he's right in this case, though. George is right in this case. The decision Ryan Condell made was bad, and nobody talks about it. Does anybody talk about that first episode? Everybody should have been talking about it. It should have been Red Wedding-like. And we were building it up, Mahler. Me and Ryan were like, man, wait till Blood and Cheese. Because that's what truly sparks the war, is the Blood and Cheese thing. That's what sparks the war, and they fumbled it. Now Condell has shared updated thoughts regarding Martin's misgivings during a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly. First and foremost, it appears it's the strained relationship with the Game of Thrones creator that stings for the showrunner the most. George also put up a post, which again is not wrong, where he's talking about dragons, and he goes, basically, if you don't respect the lore, your story crumbles like tissue paper.
It's about where the dragons are, right?
Yep. It's about where the dragons are, because George has thought about the proximity of the dragons. There's a reason they kind of hang on Dragonstone. And I don't know what that reason is. There's a bunch of theories. And they'll go to Westeros once in a while, but not much. they stay away from Westeros. And a lot of the theories are there's warging, or it could be something with the White Walkers. There's a lot of reasons. Why didn't the Valyrians conquer Westeros when they could have easily done it at any time? That's one of the mysteries of the story. It was disappointing. He explained, I will simply say I've been a fan of A Song of Ice and Fire for almost 25 years now, and working on the show has truly been one of the great privileges of not only my career as a writer, but of my life as a fan of science fiction and fantasy. George himself is a monument, a literal literary icon. In addition to a personal hero of mine, and he was heavily influential on me coming up as a writer. Condell acknowledged it may be unfortunate for Marvel and fans when House of the Dragon doesn't play out quite like the source material. Well, that's the thing, is like there's really there are reasons to change the source material because it's a history and Martin fills it with characters, but like, go on, Mark.
There are ways to change source. If we can see a pathway for why they would have done it and how it facilitates something in particular or avoids a mistake in the book, maybe there is one. It's like, that's one thing. But instead, you see all the pieces. We've been through this so many times where it's like, you took parts 1, 3, and 5 from the book. You didn't take 2 and 4, and you don't understand. It seems like you don't know why 2 and 4 were important, because now, chapters later, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to do this. And it's like, and they do like an approximated version that's all hollow because they didn't. It reminds me of the Taisha shit from Game of Thrones season 4.
Yep.
It's like you didn't copy it, so now you're fucked.
Yeah, because even in the movies for Harry Potter, leaving out the house elves turned out to be a pretty big fucking mistake. And the author, J.K. Rowling, said you should not leave out the house elves. Because
someone always thinks they know better.
They always think they know fucking better. They do. But like, basically, if you haven't read it, the Dance of the Dragons, the Targaryen Civil War, it's told in a history, it's Fire and Blood, and it's bullet points. It's Wikipedia, it's a history. But the bullet, when you get bullet points in a list and one's like in bold, you skip the one that was in bold. Like, don't miss this one. Like, you can miss these other ones, but do not miss this one. And he skipped it. Condell, play out quite like Fire and Blood. He explained that the process of adapting beloved books for small screens can result in complicated situations. Yes, one that you made yourself. I'm going to semi-defend that lazy fuck who should be writing his book, George. It is this incomplete history, and it requires a lot of joining the dots and a lot of invention as you go along the way. And I understand that. And I think with some of the stuff they fixed was kind of good. I think, especially when George was around for that first season. He added, I will simply say I made every effort to include George in the adaptation process. I really did, over years and years. And we really enjoyed a mutual, fruitful, and I thought really strong collaboration for a long time. But at some point, as we got deeper down the road, he just became unwilling to acknowledge the practical issues at hand in a reasonable way. Now, to defend Ryan Condell a little bit, it sounds like George just lost interest.
Yeah.
Which he does. Oh, you know what? If I was I don't know why his publisher isn't suing the fuck out of him right now. I really don't. And I think it's just out of fear. Condell continued elaborating on where roadblocks occurred. And I think as a showrunner, I have to keep my practical producer hat on and my creative writer, lover of the source material hat on at the same time. And at the end of the day, I just have to keep marching on only on the writing process forward, but also the practical parts of the process forward for the sake of the crew, the cast, and for HBO, because that's my job. So I can only hope that George and I can rediscover that harmony someday. So they're not talking.
No.
Which is bad. Because like, as lazy as George is, he needs to be there. And this is what happened with Dan and Dave.
Yeah. Further and further moving away from him until they just did whatever they wanted. The thing for House of the Dragon is that, 3 and 4, that's all that's left now, isn't it? It's almost like they speed ran the fucking arc for Game of Thrones.
They did. Let me get this. So the directors are, hang on, Lonnie Harris. Oh, so I'll just suspicious amount of women here, by the way. Lonnie Pierster is directing episodes 1 and 6. He directed The Witcher season 3. And Claire Kilner, who directed episodes of EastEnders.
Oh wow, quality!
Oh my god!
They've certainly come up in the world, huh?
Oh,
Hey man, you got to start somewhere, okay?
sure. Sure.
Who didn't love watching a bit of EastEnders at some point? in their
EastEnders,
lives?
House of the Dragon,
Bro.
Makes
Bill
sense.
Mitchell and Grant Mitchell. How many characters can you name from EastEnders? As I'm already out.
Billy Mitchell,
Ian Churchill.
yeah, no, Ian, fuck,
The chip shop owner, right?
Yeah,
Or something?
Ian Codswallop.
Ian. Oh, am I thinking of Coronation Street now? No, Ian Beale.
Ian Beale, that's it. Yeah.
I knew there was an Ian.
God.
Dirty
Angie and Dan and Angie. Angie and Dan.
Danji.
Danji. That one that goes, I'm a fucking slave.
Honestly, I'd rather have an EastEnders director than one from The Witcher season 3.
That's a fair point.
Because the episode he directed was the one where they did all that fucking singing. Like, there's a mystery here. It's like singing the title of the fucking. It was so fucking bad. Oh. Hey, don't we get The Witcher season 4 this year?
I don't care.
Oh my god, that's gonna be a train wreck. It's gonna be a train wreck. I can't wait to see it.
Drinker made me watch that horrible spin-off of that. What was it
Blood
called?
Origin?
Blood,
yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
that
was fucking rude. He made me watch that in one session. I had to watch it all, make notes. It was the fucking worst. You know what's funny too? He happened to do it, I think, when Metal was over, so he had to do it as well. I was like, I need help.
Oh man, well, that's no way to treat a guest.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that Blood Origin was some of the worst TV I've ever seen, and I don't mean that hyperbolic. I mean that literally.
Some of the casting,
one of the worst shows ever seen in my life.
For House of the Dragon. Man, who is that? Is he Irish or Scottish? I don't know the difference. Sorry, drinker. The guy with the scar on his face?
Scottish,
yeah.
He's in it. He was in Mobland too. There's some good casting in it. There's legit some good casting in it, but I don't have high hopes, man. The Ballad of the Gullet, though, is supposed to be the biggest battle ever shot for television. And it would need to be.
It can still be good. There's like a couple things here. Like the spread of the budget for season 3 is gonna fuck something, 100%. I'm inclined to believe that they're gonna be spread so thin because they've just started filming it, right, or something like that.
Yesterday.
Yeah. So I don't know. My faith has been quite significantly lost in like what's gonna happen next thanks to those decisions.
Yep. It's not looking good for House of the Dragon. Not looking good. Oh, well. George, you have more time to finish the book now that you've destroyed all the relationships you had in television. You have no choice. But since you were locked in a cabin for an entire fucking year during COVID and you couldn't finish the goddamn book.
Well, we got what was it, Night of the Seven Kingdoms coming up soon, right?
Yeah. That one, that would be, oh man, I'm going to fucking jinx it right now. I'd say that'd be pretty tough to fuck up, that one. Because it's a simpler story. They basically take place at a castle in one location. Hey, I like it. Here we go. Mystery Night right here.
You gonna check it out as?
No, well, Mystery Night.
Well, this show, Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
No,
I'm gonna check it out.
I don't trust anything that's coming out from, and I refer back to season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
It just killed any interest I have in anything related to Game of Thrones. Anything.
It's pretty bad.
It was
most abysmal end to a
think-
television show in the history of all.
Yeah.
Which is
time and
really
space.
saying something.
Yes.
Because there will be a huge war. So who ended the worst TV show? Because holy fuck, man. But yeah.
Dude, I love that video you made of all the fucking silence in that final episode. Mahler made a video where it's just people walking up to shit for long periods of time.
They waste like fucking 60% of the episode on nothing. When it's the most important one to actually like get us to understand what the fuck has happened in the season.
Yep.
A little more dialogue, please.
They just wanted to get the fuck out of there.
She's
It
McQueen.
was so obvious. And you know who isn't to blame? Well, they are to blame for season 2 of House of the Dragon, but not for Game of Thrones. Is HBO. HBO's like, we want 10 seasons.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? They were the good guys when it came to Game of Thrones, but HBO, House of the Dragon, they fucked it up.
Yep. Different head of studio, different head of HBO. Oh, well, George has time to not finish his book. That's all. And as I responded to Disbrew yesterday, Epic Rap Battles needs to do a follow-up between George R. Martin and Tolkien. Because George R. Martin is Tolkien's bitch.
I mean, you know, the more this goes on and the more these shows crash, like George's reputation gets a little more and more like criticized, you know, broadly, more so than just that he's not delivering.
Well,
but like a lot of criticism the way he writes stories as well.
Well, the fundamental problem he has is you went out to subvert Tolkien's stuff, but ultimately George, and I don't think he's capable of it, by the end, knew he has to bring the story back to traditional hero of some sort, which, you know, there's a bunch of fucking retards out there saying like Jon Snow should stay dead. If he stays dead, then what's the fucking story? You know, like the whole thing was set up as
remember the fuckers that said like we didn't want him killing the Night King because that's obvious. Like motherfucker.
Yep. And there's no Night King in the book. There might be later. But yeah, like leaving Jon Snow dead would be fucking retarded. And that's why he can't end it, because he can't end it in a satisfying manner. When you set out to subvert something, you still have to have a traditional satisfying story. So you still have to come back to that. And he doesn't want to or can't. Is incapable.
Imagine having Gollum and Frodo fighting over the ring. They both drop it to the floor, and then fucking Arwen runs into the room, grabs it, and throws it into the lava. It'd be like, what? It's like, well, it's too obvious if Frodo does it. So stupid, man.
There you go.
How did that logic work out for you guys? Legends who created the worst ending to a TV show in history, still. And that's not even, you know, like TLJ is controversial and divisive. Game of Thrones wasn't. It was just over. Everyone hated it.
Matt Jarbo was the one who defended it. There was one defender.
Yeah, he got those statistics. He was like, people actually say the ending was good. And it was like sample size 30 people or something.
Like, what? You can always count on. Some people are just born with bad takes, and you know you can't help it.
Goblin. Like, why would you even try this?
And Cecil tried to defend it. I respect that stream where we were just teaming up on him, the blade of the assassin. But yeah.
When they had their cavalry just run into the darkness and get killed, it was symbolic.
I know.
Fucking retarded.
Oh, fuck it.
We have a fortress. The best thing that we can do is put our army outside
it.
of the walls.
I know.
Actually, mind-blowingly stupid.
Oh,
and if sorry to get
Brianna getting taken out immediately and then just being alive.
There's a point in A Dance with Dragons that contradicts that end, by the way, where everybody's kind of held up in Winterfell, Roose Bolton, and and it's a northern conspiracy to get them to pull their armies out because they're completely safe. It's snowed in. There's no reason for them to leave. But then there's some murders that happen in the castle, and they get baited into fucking pulling their armies out of the fucking castle. The whole point of it is it's stupid to fucking leave the castle at that point. And they did that exact same thing, like in the show, except it was supposed to be smart. So that's how far they went away from the source material.
They'd collected some of the like best Westerosi tacticians of war, and they had that big war room, and it was just like, oh, what are they going to come up with? It's like, put everyone outside, let them die. Like,
yeah,
okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I guess.
You know the guys that can't die and they reanimate? Yeah, let's just charge a fucking army in the dark into them.
God, so dumb.
Why would we do that? They would just get gobbled up by this huge army, and then they would become part of the army, and then they would come back to attack us.
It was a good thing we couldn't see any of it.
Dude, you couldn't see shit that whole episode.
That's actually the viewers' problem. They should have actually corrected
better
the TV
TVs.
sets. So yeah, whoops on the viewers. Good job.
I remember watching it at like 4 a.m. in the UK, just as it had come out on Sky Atlantic or wherever it had come out. And I was just like, I cannot see shit.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Oh, look at those lights dim and flickering, and so fucking stupid.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh well, there goes another. It sucks. I like dark fantasy, and like this is just fucking destroys the genre. They're never gonna make this shit again, ever. Oh well. Guess we'll never get a good Conan series, a good Elric. Elric would be fucking great. Made in another timeline, not in this one, by anybody at Hollywood. But oh well. Let's go to. Forgot what so locked in on this. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Well, I mean, you brought back memories of Game of Thrones again. You don't just do that and get away with it.
That is a bit triggering.
Okay, I can't talk about Doctor Who. Somebody pointed out that the Sixth Doctor no longer has the worst costume.
Huh?
I thought it was Whittaker that had the worst one, right? Or...
Well, I mean,
hers was
she's not I don't even fucking count her. Like, she doesn't exist in my world. But Shooty Gatwa, no, it's Philip Morris who tweeted it. Now, Philip Morris is the guy who
the gay guy from the film. I love you, Philip Morris.
No, he's the guy who found all the copies of the older episodes that were missing.
Oh, good lad.
Yeah. Good lad. He hates what's happened to current Doctor Who and is not quiet about it at all. But he pointed out, Sixth Doctor no longer has the worst costume. We judged him a bit too harshly because Shooty's going out there in fucking dresses and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But find the Bounding article because I want to get the context to what the new companion. Big Nose. I don't know what her name is. That's a little mean, but well.
All we know is that the press will run with the headline of first non-white TARDIS ever.
Well, they already ran with the headline first penisless TARDIS ever. So with Jodie and Yaz, remember? We've already had a gay doctor. It was Jodie. So they turned the doctor into a chick, and then she's still like chicks.
Dude, Shooty's the third gay doctor because they turned fucking 14 gay.
Yes, David Tennant was gay.
They're all gay. They have the gay twins.
Now.
They all have gay twins.
Yeah.
Doctor Who star Varda Sethu welcomes Dr. Woke insults. I think we're doing the right thing if we're getting comments like that.
No, you're really not.
Love, how are the ratings?
Oh.
Scroll down and you just repeat the headline, basically. I want to get the context of this.
Oh no.
The actor who appeared last season's episode Boom as Mundy Flynn, Stephen Moffat, hang it up, buddy. Before being cast as the Doctor's next companion, Belinda Chandra. Oh my God. Gotta have
Remember, you got to enable the streaming services.
yeah.
Tubi,
Tubi.
and Fubo. Tubi and Fubo.
Tubi Fubo.
Tubi Fubo. Belinda Chandra shared her thoughts on the aforementioned line of criticism while speaking to the UK news outlet Radio Times in promotion of her new series return as planned as a later this year. Nothing noting how her co-star and 15th Doctor actor Ncuti Gatwa responded to the fact that her casting would result in the TARDIS seeing its fully non-white Doctor companion pair by joking, "Look at us, we get to be in the TARDIS."
I said it from the moment that picture arrived. I said, this is why they've done it, so they can say it's I said it was nearly 2 years ago, whenever that was, at least 18 months ago. And there you go. That's what it's there for.
And what's the point? Is it story driven? No. Highlight the next line, please, X-Ray Girl, right after we get to be in the TARDIS.
Oh, dear God.
We're going to piss off so many people.
Yay. Yay.
Sugar tits? No, you're not. Because nobody gives a fuck anymore.
Nobody cares.
This will be the show's last season. So I hope that gets put on the Doctor Who, the RTD Doctor Who gravestone. We're going to piss off so many people.
So the BBC will keep giving it work.
Sethu was pressed by interviewer Jimmy, whoever, as to what experiences, if any, she had thus far with the more toxic elements of the Doctor Who fan base.
It's all bait, isn't it? It's just all bait.
It is.
It's just all bait to shit on their audiences. Well, I mean, in fairness, Doctor Who doesn't have an audience anymore.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. It's actually sad. They've annihilated it.
So it's really like taking a victory lap when you've come last.
In turn, the actor recalled there's been a couple of Dr. Woke references or whatever, but I just think we're doing the right thing, and we're getting comments like that. Woke just means inclusive, progressive, and that you care about people, except for the people you exclude. Yeah. Added the Andor star, and as far as I know, the core of Doctor Who is kindness, love, and doing the right thing.
No.
I'm sorry. We're gonna piss everyone off doing the kind thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because people tend to get pissed off by kind people.
Have you watched Doctor Who?
Unfortunately. The new stuff, I mean, anyway.
But have you watched the older stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing the right thing for sure. Kindness?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Doctor's kind for a while, till he's not. No, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. And it used to be a fun, family-friendly show, and now it's friendly to no one. Sethu is far from the first Doctor Who's Disney-era team members to put forth such a read of fans' anti-woke criticisms. Speaking of this decision to have the series lean into more queer themes during a May 2024 interview with Collider's Samantha Casey, current showrunner Russell T Davies explained, "It's funny because, to be absolutely honest, it's almost not that deliberate because that's the life that I lead. Gay, 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 gay. That's the life he leads. I wrote a series called Queer as Folk in 1999 that broke down many barriers. Yeah, that was how long ago was that, guys? Do my math for me. 26 years ago. Ferris, no one's ever asked me to step back from that, and I just think it doesn't even feel particularly queer to me. Of course not. It feels natural.
What? Sorry. The thing that's called Queer as Folk. Sorry, Russell. Can you just say that again, mate?
Like that's your lifestyle, but you know what? It's not everybody's lifestyle. And again, it's just an aspect of your character, not your entire character. But now it's become a
in
religion.
all fairness, it does now tend to be everyone their character, and that's it. That's all they are. That's all they're defined by now.
I think they're making a show for that percentage of people, and they're finding out how many of that percentage of people were in the audience. Not that many.
Well, as you said, exclusion. It's about exclusion. It's not
about
about
excluding
inclusion. When they talk about inclusion, they
everyone
mean
else.
Exclusion.
Yep.
Yeah. So we know all the buzz terms. When they talk about kindness, they're not as you've just seen. We're going to piss people off. It's not kindness. It's vile.
Bitterness.
Yeah. So it's whatever comes out their mouth. It's kind of like, just think the reverse and you've got it.
You got it. Oh boy. Scroll down a little bit. See if there's any more.
See if Shooty's in the dress.
No, they don't put him in a dress in this one, but he's been in a dress in promotional pictures. In a separate interview given to The Verge's Charles Pullman Moore the same month, when asked for his thoughts on the fan base's division, there's no division. There's no division.
No, really,
no.
I mean, do you remember? I forget which episode it was, but it was one of the David Tennant ones where on the Real BBC episode following it, I was like, I'm seeing everyone turn on this shit. Like, it's like unanimous that this was awful. There was some that did better than others and everything, but and after the Sutek fucking finale, it was just like, good God, how the fuck did this happen? This disaster. So not a TLJ situation. Yet another unified front of just go away at this point, please.
Yep. I'd say decimation. A fan base's decimation.
Yeah, that's a way to put it.
Of opinion towards the narrative direction of the 15th Doctor's premiere run, Davies likewise asserted, I think we can be unfair to fans sometimes when we say the viewers are polarized because there's nothing fans love more than a good debate. Yeah, when we're debating the aspects of the show. Right? Like there was a lot of debate about like Moffat's series at the time. That pissed off a lot of people. He really got sensitive to the sexism remarks he was thrown out by the fuckers from This Access Media, like Radio Times and stuff. And it did make him change direction. And it was noticeable, especially in poor Peter Capaldi's era. Just go talk to a bunch of football fans. This is a different argument, by the way. There are no football fans saying our team is perfect. We're really happy.
It's absolutely not the case.
It's not the same. Yeah.
You love a football team. You can question the formation in a football team. You can question a substitution, who goes what, etc. There are things that you can criticize, but you love that football team. This is like people have left. They've left the football team. They've gone. They're no longer supporting the football team. The stadium, it used to be 50,000 capacity, packed every week. Now it's 2,000. 2,500 people are turning up. That's not about things aren't perfect. This is about you have actively pushed the vast majority of your audience away. You now hold the record of 3 of the lowest 4-rated Doctor Who episodes of all fucking time with Ncuti Gatwa. And Jodie Whittaker's run was fucking beyond diabolical. If you go through all his episodes, you can probably add in a few more, probably like 6 out of 10 or something daft like that. No, this is not anything whatsoever to do about, oh, well, they love us, but, there's a few things that they don't like. They don't love you anymore. They don't love you. They're split up with you.
Them hated you. They just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Apathy. Hate
yeah,
is
they
still
broke up with you and they don't care. And you're the one who's fucking calling them.
Yeah. Being pissed off is the last form of caring until people just go, fuck it. And you are well into apathy. And Star Wars is heading there. Star Trek is there too. It is cemented in apathy. Like nobody gives a shit. Like
Marvel is gonna head their suit after.
Oh, I think they're there.
Is it ever?
We'll get to that in just a moment. I think it's there. So just go ask. You can scroll down a little, please. Extra girl. Scroll up, down, whatever the fuck. So yeah, it just ends there. Okay. So it premieres in 11 days, guys.
No one cares. I didn't even know.
Give me some ratings predictions.
For this season, I mean, just objectively looking at last season's ratings and looking at the Christmas special, which lost nearly 1 million viewers from the previous Christmas special, by the way. I could see, I don't know what episode, but I could certainly see this dipping into the 1 point something millions this season. I really could.
So it dips under 2 million.
Under 2 million. Yeah.
That is, I think that's
I think it's
you're not far off on that one.
I think there's a very good chance. I think there's a very, very good chance.
Yeah, I think it's canceled too. As Disbrew told me, Russell T Davies is off to another show on another network.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is it. But if it dips under 2 million and this thing, Capaldi's ratings, remember they used to complain about Capaldi's ratings, which ended up, and you did a great video on it back in the day where they actually grew, like built up over time and ended up being better than Jodie Whittaker's.
Oh yeah. I mean, he got more, Capaldi got put on he got put on the worst day. Whittaker was put on the best day. So they were on different days to start with as well. And, in terms of the iPlayer, because it was put at kind of like Capaldi's run was put at peak people go out time, the fact that people would go and watch the iPlayer during the week, and he would actually have a pretty good turnaround in iPlayer viewership than the overnights, which was twice as much as Whittaker's was. And so their overnights were comparative. He would win some, she would win a couple. But in terms of the iPlayer, he would dominate her in iPlayer. So it just showed that people would miss his episodes live, but they'll catch up. Whereas with Whittaker's, they would watch it on the night, and there weren't that many people catching up.
Yep.
Or interested to catch up. So he ended up having a very healthy lead over Whittaker's ratings.
To provide context, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know, like your viewership is different than ours in this country, but like in broadcast days, Saturday was a dead zone. Networks didn't release show. Actually, Friday night and Saturday used to be dead zone. Like they dumped X-Files on Friday night because they didn't have a ton of faith in it. And it but Sunday and like Thursdays here back in the broadcast days were big days to put out your show. Sunday's still a big day to put out your show. So they put Jodie Whittaker on Sunday for the first time ever.
Yes.
And
to give it the best shot possible to get ratings. Yeah. And it had Capaldi was on the Saturday, where people tend to go out more. Saturday ratings tend to be poor for the most part. And he still had much healthier ratings than her when you use their own tools of how they do the ratings, which is overnights plus 7-day consolidation through the iPlayer, which is not the +4. The +4 is irrelevant because the +4 is multiple views in single house, adds multiple views in single households. So yeah, Capaldi was much healthier in terms of Doctor Who, and even though he had some pretty ropey material to work with a lot of the time, he was just too good. He was just so good, such a great Doctor. He just really epitomized everything that the Doctor was. Lifelong Doctor Who fan. And you just look now at Gatwa, and you can tell who a bad actor is, and you can tell when an actor's reaching. The fact that Gatwa has to cry in every episode, which is an attempt to elicit fake emotion.
Yep, Star Trek
from an audience
all the time.
Star Trek. Yeah, it's we call it feelings in space. We kind of dubbed it feelings in space. But that's what you do when you can't write good sci-fi, when you can't write good scripts in general, that you have to rely on fake emotional beats which don't work, that don't elicit an emotional response from the audience. And that's why you end up with Michael Burnham crying every fucking week, Ncuti Gatwa crying every week. Just fake emotion.
Yep. To contrast that, back to House of the Dragon, episode 8 has its best scene is an emotional scene that they've been building up for the entire season, and it was epic, absolutely epic. But these are just like, oh, something happened 5 minutes before, now I'm gonna cry about it. Now I'm gonna, and it's fucking soap opera writers, and it's like not even good soap opera writers. It's the shit soap opera writers. Because listen, you have to be literate. You have to have read some books to write sci-fi, especially Star Trek and Doctor Who. And you got to know a little bit about the lore too, which they don't. But I am definitely going to check on this season because just like with Jodie's season, they're bringing in like communist poets. So I am just curious as to see what that's going to come up with, because it's shit. But
remember, guys, just remind Mortar as well. Just remind the audience. Why did the Doctor cry at the end of the episode where he saved the people from the slug eaters who are being eaten by slugs?
Oh, the racist thing. That's one episode I didn't see.
Yeah, I saw that ending. He cried because they didn't want to be saved because he was black.
Because he was black. They didn't want to be saved by a black man, and they would rather die. So he cried about it. But you know what? People forget. The second episode of Jodie Whittaker's run, which is the worst, the Rosa Parks episode.
No, that's the third. Rosa Parks is the third.
Second.
No, because I watched the first two and I did.
No, sorry. The second one is the one where they said stronger together. The third one is Rosa Parks, where she was the inspiration to get Rosa Parks to move to the back of the to move from the back of the bus.
I won't give up my seat.
Or won't give up her seat. It's that episode is so fucking bad. It is so fucking bad. Martin Luther King's in that episode too.
I bet he is.
Oh,
was he trying to shag Rosa Parks?
Well, it would probably have been more accurate if they showed that, but oh well. Joan Baez. Shag Joan Baez. She shagged everybody.
Chat, this is a Crystal Palace water bottle. I am not chugging table salt.
Is that what they thought?
People thought that?
Gotta be one like table
Hey, you
salt.
gotta fill up on those electrolytes, okay? So get that in there.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace. Is that your soccer team?
Football team.
Soccer team?
Yes. Football team.
That's
Soccer
not the
team?
same thing.
Football team.
Same thing.
Football team.
Kicking balls with feet.
Sports
Big
ball.
Sports ball.
You're not cooking my balls, woman.
Sports ball. So
Football.
yeah, I can't. It premieres in 11 days. Hey, you know, Patty Constantine, Dean is in Mobland. I watched Mobland, the first episode. It was all right. Yeah, a thumbs up. There's a marriage problem thing that it bores me a little bit. That but I thought it was pretty good, pretty violent. It's not as fun as The Gentleman. It's like The Gentleman's fun. That's a fun show. The Gentleman is fucking 10 out of 10. The more I watch it, the more I like it. It is such a fucking fantastic show. This one's way more serious and brutal. So Tom Hardy is a fixer, and he works for Piers Brosnan.
Wow.
Piers Brosnan.
Okay.
Piers Brosnan, who's great in it. He's fucking great. Helen Mirren is fucking great too, as like this just shit stir chaos agent, wife of his. And he basically has to work things out between rival gangs. And the whole thing is like he can work out even like the worst situation or take care of it. But he's got a rough marriage going on right now. And the rough marriage part is like the most boring part. But I liked the first episode. I did. Not as good as The Gentleman, but I'm interested enough to keep going with it. So yeah, it's got a great fucking cast. It's got an unbelievable cast. And it's crazy that stupid Paramount Plus can like shit out so much bad Star Trek, but then occasionally they get decent shows, or they have Taylor Sheridan just fucking killing everything, right? I need to catch up on 1923. I'm a little behind on 19, but I will catch up. But yeah, I would say check it out. Go ahead, check it out just for the cast. Tom Hardy's great in it. What a fucking waste he was in Venom. Guy's a great actor.
Got paid.
Yeah, he got paid. Well, he really liked the character too. There's an article out there that he came as close as humanly possible as getting Venom into his Tom Holland Spider-Man, and it fell through. I think that's probably for the best, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Venom 2 or Venom 3.
I can't remember them for the life of me, dude. I cannot remember those movies, and I saw them both. I saw them both. All right, so we didn't talk about it. Jennifer Salke got fired.
Good, stupid fucking cow.
She
useless fucking bin.
Fired. Drinker made a video. The only thing he left out, I can't believe he left this out. He talked about Conan, and it was Ryan Condell and Miguel Sapochnik being like having this Conan show going, and the woman who was pushed out by Jennifer Salke, who we talked about on Friday Night Tights, Sharon. I can't pronounce her last name. Sorry, Sharon. She's gonna have to pronounce it for me, because like it'd be like pronouncing my last name if you haven't heard me say it. It's tough. Like roasted her, and she's like, she went on Twitter basically saying she was such a star fucker, and I'm paraphrasing, that to get the Russo brothers in, this is Jennifer Salke, she made up a show on the fly to get them in that had no concept or anything, and then gave them $250 million. That show was Citadel. 6 episodes. It was the second most expensive show on Amazon Prime. And that's just one of her problems. She's dumped so much money on Wheel of Time and Rings of Power, and she was fired for, it was a culmination of events, but the main reason she was fired, I don't care what anybody says, is the Rings of Power. They have spent over $1 billion on that show. They pulled out some bullshit numbers that the show has brought in, and the only metric we have is the show has brought in subscribers, and the number they threw up was 350 million, which I do not believe. But even if that's true,
wait,
350 million. So if that's true, that means the show has lost $650 million so far.
Oh.
And I think
I don't believe it's true.
No.
I do not believe. Well, hold on. 350 million. Are we working on approximation of $10 for a Prime monthly?
Whatever. For a Prime membership, bringing in Prime.
And how are they quantifying this? Are they saying it's over? Is it tenner or is it?
Is this over a year? Is this one? Is this subscription over a month? I don't fucking know. And I, you know what? I don't even know if Amazon knows. I don't know. Like maybe Maybe like YouTube kind of shows you how many subscribers come in over a video, but that's like, it's not accurate. So Bond bit her on. I think Bond was the final nail in the coffin, and I definitely think Barbara Broccoli, when she said broccoli, chopping broccoli. I'm chopping broccoli. I think when she said that the people at Amazon are fucking idiots, I'm pretty sure she was talking about Jennifer Salke.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that a lot.
Bond bit her on the ass. Jen Salke exits changing Amazon Studios that she helped grow. She spent a lot of money. Her and Bob Iger have something in common. They spend a lot of money, which grows in concept, but it doesn't actually grow the legacy of your brand. I was listening to Versus yesterday, and I heard our boy Verbal Riot, great guy, Dante's a great guy, say you can't make Bond today. Now, I think he was talking about Amazon, but in general, you absolutely can make Bond today. 100%. You can make a Bond that's James Bond, and it would do really well. It's an unwillingness to make it.
Yes.
By the people who own it. And I don't think for one fucking second, like this is hope, like we should get our hopes up that Amazon's going to make a good Bond.
No, they won't. Dante's right. We've all said it, but Dante's absolutely right. He's too inverted commas problematic for them. He's a womanizer. Mm-hmm. He's exceedingly masculine. He's take charge. He's everything that Daniel Craig's Bond wasn't by the end of his run.
Reminding me that he existed.
He's a man's man, and that's the last thing that they want. They can't have that. They can't, because they need to have their intersectional feminism in there.
People always share that fucking moped image.
Where he's riding bitch.
Yeah, he's riding bitch to
007.
Lasagna Lynch.
Gary, do you remember?
That's factually correct. That was factually correct, Gary.
Do you remember there was like an urgency for Wesley and Angel to save Cordelia, and she'd taken Angel's car, so all they had was Wesley's bike, and he's like, "Come on, get on," and then he's like, "I don't need to," and then he's just like, "Get on, stop being a ponce." It's like, no, and he hands him a helmet. It's pink, and he's like, "Do I really need to wear a helmet?" There's like a helmet hair and this other stuff. Like, I don't think so. And he's just like, "He's fucking around. We gotta go."
Yeah, that was Bond riding bitch on a fucking moped. Like nothing personifies what happened to the Daniel Craig era more than that.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Do we have that whole article, X-Ray Girl?
I just messaged Lady G to get the article if there's a login. Nothing yet.
We just need a mirror. There's probably one out there. But basically what happened is Roy Price and Sharon secured the rights for The Lord of the Rings, for Conan, for The Boys, for Invincible, Man in the High Castle, and Wheel of Time. And they did it from they were fans. Sharon actually read the Conan books. They were going to make it as close as they could. Roy Price gets fired for making a dick joke at a Jeff Bezos party. Jennifer Salke comes in with her marketing background and feminizes everything so much she's admitted it. She's come out. Drinker pointed out in his video. Disparus pointed it out too at press events. She's like, yeah, you know, this male skewed stuff, it does well if you like honor the lore and stuff, but why not just fill it with female characters? I'm paraphrasing what she said. So we can have them occupy this space. Well, we have the results. We have the data. The Rings of Power underperformed from its previous underperformance. It lost 60% of the audience it had left after losing 63% of the audience the previous season.
God, what a fucking abysmal show that is.
It is so bad And I can't I haven't I watched one episode of Wheel of Time with Shad when we were in the UK. Just
I
to
can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that shit too.
it's unbelievable.
38 seconds. That is where the meme came from. 38 seconds.
Yep.
You know, it's been slightly modified nowadays, but that was it. I could only last 38 seconds watching Wheel of Time. I was done with
Rings of Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. That narration. I was done after 38 seconds. So fuck off.
No, so Salke is
by the way,
one.
Gary, you'll be happy to know that I do have some info. The people who do Wheel of Time, they know it's absolute shit, and they actually have the metrics of the viewership, and it's fucking toilet.
Yes,
it's beyond toilet.
It's probably gonna get canceled.
They're fucking toilets now.
They're toilets.
Toilets.
So JD Payne and Patrick McKay were brought on as writers. They were going to be staff writers, and they were turned into showrunners by Jennifer Salke. Tom Shippey was shown the door. They made up an excuse. He gave it an interview, a really innocuous interview at a German magazine, and they used that as an excuse to get rid of him because the guy was such a pain in the ass to them, because they really wanted to introduce Halbrand, and he was like, fuck. Well, Tom Shippey would never say this, but he was like, hell no. No, you can't do this. You can't ship Sauron and Galadriel. And Jennifer Salke was all for it. So she signed off on all this shit. The other thing, you could refer to my video I made a couple years ago, The Rings of Power, The Making of a Disaster. That Variety article that took a shot at the fans a couple of months, or in February. Remember as when these trailers dropped, there wasn't a lot of entertainment out there, so there was a lot of eyes out there, and this was like right around when I was moving from Texas. But man, it got a lot of attention. This attack on fans, this kind of like backhanded attack on fans, that came straight from the top. It came from Jennifer Salke. She wanted to, in her way, get ahead of all the usurping of lore that she did. So she decided to assault the fans, thinking that was a good idea. And that's a playbook that many use, including Kathleen Kennedy and many others. And it was, pretty much, I won't say invented, but really brought to fruition from Ghostbusters 2016. But that was her idea. It was fucking her idea. Because remember, her background is in marketing, not in creativity.
You gotta say that Kathleen Kennedy and Salke have got to go down as two of the worst studio heads, inverted commas, of all time.
Yes.
They really have. That with what they've had and how horrendously it's been mismanaged.
Are you saying that women destroy everything?
Yeah.
Those two women have set women back.
I'm saying that women with a vendetta, women with an ideology instead of women that are coming in, because everything gets so black and white nowadays. There's some great women out there. There's always been great women out there doing great work in writing, directing, producing, the whole job, editing. Star Wars wouldn't be Star Wars without Lucas's wife. It was saved in edit. No, it wasn't saved in edit. She just edited it really well. She saw what was there. She edited it really well, and that's what Star Wars became.
You have no idea just how much you're stepping on an actual truth there, as a lot of people don't know. I've got over it with Gary a little bit, but like, there's a video out there that talks a lot about that myth. Okay, the
myth of saved in edit.
Yes, the myth that what's funny to me is there's 3 editors for that movie, and most people don't even know that. I shall say no more. I just find it frustrating. That's all. Because I will shit on George Lucas for different decisions he has made, but Star Wars, he deserves more credit for that than he often gets, thanks to a lot of people who want to take it away from him.
Okay. But Salke, I mean, when you get given Lord of the Rings to play with, Wheel of Time is has a huge fan base out there as well. Bond, obviously. Don't even have to say anything about Bond. Conan in itself, you don't really have to say anything. Kathleen Kennedy, she's got everything, Lucasfilm, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Look what's just happened there. It's just horrendous, absolutely horrendous. And this is what happens when you just put into. Oh, by the way, and Tomb Raider's in development hell in in Amazon, and there's no fucking scripts apparently. Phoebe Waller-Bridge has been in charge of it for what now? 4 fucking years.
They gave her $25 million to do jack shit.
It's not a script. There's apparently not a single fucking script.
But she was so hot for a half of a second from fucking Fleabag. But hey, Lauren LaFranc, showrunner of Penguin.
Dude, let her take over DC at this point.
Yep.
Just fuck it.
She did a great job. Reverence for the material. Sharon and Roy Price had reverence for Lord of the Rings and Wheel of Time. They wanted to get it right, and then they brought in some marketing exec who doesn't give a shit, never read the fucking books, doesn't care. Jeff Bezos wanted his Game of Thrones. He had a couple of opportunities. You could have done Lord of the Rings right. You could have done Conan.
Oh, yeah. Someone just mentioned. Have you heard, either of you, about the showrunner for the God of War TV adaptation for Amazon? He can't play the games because he can't figure out pressing the buttons.
Oh boy. That'd be like making me the showrunner of God of War. I mean, that's fucking retarded.
The thing is, Gary, I feel like if for whatever universe that you agreed to do that beyond, first doing something else, if you did, I feel like you'd be like, all right, I'm going to complete it. I'll go for the easiest difficulty, but I'm gonna do it.
Give me a year.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'll do it.
But like when I heard that, I was like, oh, so it was ceremonial. They brought him into a room. He picked up a controller and went, yeah, games. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, bye. It's like I'm gonna go write whatever the fuck I want, and I'll probably keep some names. That's what I'm expecting. At this
Halo,
point.
anyone?
Oh fucking hell! They're gonna come for all of them eventually. We'll see. It'll be like BioShock and Dead Space, Mass Effect. They'll all get fucking murdered. It's gonna be horrible.
Unless something radical is done to actually start putting entertainment back out there again.
They never learned the lesson of that source material the fans like. There might be a reason they like it. They might.
Yeah, but their attitude is that
it's outdated.
When they get it, we can't give it. It's not for the fans now. We've got to appeal to the masses, so we have to compromise what the fans like.
Unfortunately for gaming, it's got the same issue that comics will. It's that the filmmakers won't take it seriously. It's like, look at this fucking medium. It's for kids. We're gonna adultify it. We're gonna make it more meaningful. We're gonna tell actual stories. It's like animation. They're like, let's make live action versions. We can tell the adult version. It's like, what the?
Live action versions that are just rammed with CGI and green screen, and there's nothing practical in it hardly that makes it feel as if it is a live action version. Just right. Only an example in as much as live action, but Popeye. Remember Popeye with Robin Williams?
I do.
That's a live action Popeye.
It is.
If a live action Popeye was done now, we know it wouldn't be like that. It would be CGI everywhere. All kinds of shit would be fucking done to do that.
I'd watch it.
But how'd you do it?
I'd watch a good live action Popeye, dude. If they did it right, watch the shit out of that. That'd be awesome.
Isn't he going public domain, or hasn't he gone public domain? Popeye?
If he hasn't already, it's very soon. There's a bunch of stuff that's like portions of it are public domain. Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers. I think Conan's coming up, or is there already. The Shadow. People should take a crack at that.
I know somebody who would love to do that.
Yep. All right, real quick, let's talk about Superman. So our good friend Chris Gore, who's going to CinemaCon tomorrow. I don't know if there's going to be a nooner tomorrow because I think he's going to be in Vegas. I'll find out tonight. I'll let you know. But he and Ing the Merciless are headed out to CinemaCon, and Chris talked to somebody who went to a legit test screening that happened last Wednesday on the Warner Brothers lot. About 60 people went. Very enthusiastic crowd. It's about an hour and 55 minutes long. I got some of the story beats. Not gonna like divulge any spoilers or anything. What he heard is what I heard. Like David Cornsweet is a good Superman. And as Chris said in his video, go check out his video over on Film Threat. At the end of the screening, somebody screamed Fantastic Four is fucked. I would agree with that the minute they put in a female Silver Surfer. Hope I'm wrong. I want Superman to be great. I want this to be the best Superman movie ever made. There's nothing more I want in this fucking world is for this to be the best Superman movie ever made. I will be its biggest fucking fan. You know, I've liked James Gunn stuff in the past. I got no problem with him as a director. I just want you to keep in mind that the guy we heard this from liked The Flash. So,
hey man, The Flash is the greatest superhero movie that James Gunn has ever seen.
yes,
Correct.
yes. Hang on. Oh wait, overwhelmingly positive. I'm looking up an article. Here it is. Here you go, X-Ray Girl. In the private chat. Oops, I think I fucked it up. There we go. World of Real. So let's go back in time to 2022, December of 2022. Scroll up a little bit to get to the headline, please.
Overwhelmingly positive.
The Flash test screenings reactions have been overwhelmingly positive. I do recall that they showed the movie at CinemaCon, and everybody was saying it was great. Everybody's saying it was really good.
Dude, scroll up to that picture. Yeah. What do you notice about that picture?
It's got Ezra Miller in it.
Well, apart from the fact that it has to be photoshopped, but yeah, he doesn't even wear that costume in the film.
No. But we did get some good 1/6 scales out of this movie. We did.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
There in that cupboard right
that
there.
old man Batman is the shit to the point where I don't even put his mask on. I keep it as old man Batman. It's good shit. Okay, you can scroll up a little bit. Back in August, I have been told that Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav was a big fan of The Flash. Directed by Andrew Muschietti, The Flash was said to be one of the better directed DCE movies, and a recent 8/11/22 test screening of the film only enhanced Zaslav's confidence in the finished product. I was told The Flash earned the highest test score ratings in DCEU history. Our report has been emulated by Deadline, who just wrote about the incredible reception to The Flash. That's why there will likely be no more delays in regards to the movie. It's very much a 2023 release, despite its budget having supposedly skyrocketed to nearly past $300 million. In fact, it's now been moved up a week on the schedule to June 16, 2023, a date that will live in infamy. They did early fan screenings too. And the early fan screening I went to and I told you this at the time, I was in a packed IMAX theater, sold out. Everybody clapped except for me. I was like, that was fucking terrible. Miller's summer adventures are too many to list, blah, blah, blah. So like, that's all we needed to show is, they showed this at CinemaCon and everybody was screaming about it. And the person that Chris talked to is a nice person. I got nothing against this person at all. And we have different tastes and that's fine. But it's also the person who liked The Flash. Now, do I think Superman's going to be as bad as The Flash? No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think James Gunn.
I hope not.
I hope not. But so far the buzz is very good, even though this has been the single worst rollout I've seen for a big movie in a long time. But they're now gonna promote this as like Barbie. They said they're gonna promote this like Barbie.
Okay.
What does that mean?
They're gonna build a Superman house.
No, seriously, what? I don't even know
Dude,
what that means.
no, they built a Barbie house for like Airbnb. Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah. It means
So what are they going to do? Build a fucking fortress of solitude in fucking Greenland or
that
something?
would be kind of cool, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd go and visit.
But it means they're going to go all out with the marketing in this, and they really believe in this movie. So
does this sound like does this sound like fucking gaslighting gone wild right now?
We're going to finally get some dialogue because there's 5 minutes that they're going to screen either today or tomorrow. I can't remember, at CinemaCon. And then I believe I've heard a rumor that 5 minutes is going to be put in front of Minecraft, which would be a good idea. But I don't know if they're going to do that. Remember they did that with Dark Knight in the IMAX screenings back in the day? And it got the buzz going for that. I remember everybody going to those. I forgot, what movie was it in front of, Az? What movie did they put? Come on, chat, help me out. What movie did they put the IMAX Dark Knight, like the opening of Dark Knight? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. They showed the opening segment with Bane.
Well, that was Dark Knight. No, they showed the opening segment with Joker. With Joker, they showed like the first few minutes of the film in IMAX before it came out. For sure, the chat will know.
Yeah, they released the Bane segment, the Bane plane segment at the beginning.
Is it I Am Legend? Was it? Yeah, it was I Am Legend. Thank you, chat. See, chat always comes through. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you. And
people said nobody could understand what Bane said.
I know. No, but the early Joker stuff, that, I mean, the buzz was there anyway, but man, that like put it to next level, because when everybody saw that, including yours truly, I was like, holy shit, this looks good. This looks good. There's people out there on Twitter trying to run that, they got that guy standing up to go, The Dark Knight's a shitty movie. It's like, stop.
Dude, if they want to run,
stop, Shad.
with stuff like Shad, no, just stop it.
Just fucking stop.
If they want to run with Fantastic Four's they got to be real careful with that kind of shit, because that can really blow up in your face.
Dude, it really could. Because there's a lot of YouTubers out there who will remember that.
I know.
Oh, that's why, you know what? I have a notebook. I actually have a notebook that I write all my little notes in. I use my voice recorder on my phone too, just so I don't forget that stuff. Although I don't put stuff in there about my book, which I should. So I hope Superman is great, but there's some spoilers on Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now, sometimes Reddit gets it wrong, but particularly with Game of Thrones and the Flash movie. What am I forgetting? There's other movies too.
MOM. They had the full. I remember reading them and being like, "There's the full Illuminati made of," and when they listed all the people, I was like, "What? Like, what in the fuck is going on?" And it's like, and they all get killed.
Yeah,
I remember reading that, just being like, "This is insane nonsense." And then you watch the movie, and you're like, "Oh, wow,
it was true."
It was true.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, I don't know if we want to show them or not, Mahler, but you've gone over. What are your thoughts on them, if they're true?
Not reassuring at all, and unfortunately, considering the pieces of information we've gotten from promotional material, I'm inclined to believe these. Obviously,
Can we go through them? Can we go through them and just say spoiler segment or something?
Sure.
Because otherwise, it's going to be so weird.
Put up the spoiler sign.
Around it.
So we don't want to ruin the movie for anybody. So you have ample warning. And these could be bullshit.
They could be bullshit.
Alleged spoilers.
And especially when I was at the shop, but now like every fucking movie gets spoiled for me. And it doesn't, if it's good, it doesn't ruin my enjoyment. But I'd understand if you don't want to hear. And again, I want this movie to succeed. I really do. I want it to be great. I want it to prison rape Fantastic Four. That's what I want. No, I'm just kidding. I want Fantastic Four to be good too. But you want to read some of them off, Molly?
I think that's a good enough warning time.
Yep.
Again, people,
You've been
as
warned.
long as the paddle is up,
Yeah.
you're going to learn something, potentially learn that this could all be lies. This could all be made up for clicks. Who knows? But yes, so yeah, just, it's fair warning, unverified plot points, and it's not a comprehensive plot summary. It reads like someone making notes when they left the screening. So, it just begins with Superman is taken to the Fortress of Solitude to be healed by just making sure spoilers, okay? But healed by the robots that work there. It's a very like statement on its own. You're just like, okay, and that seems to follow from the trailer. It's like, yeah. All right. Lex Luthor and his team are introduced. They hate Superman and devise a plan to eliminate him, involving a partnership with the government of a foreign nation to take over a small country. And they've got in brackets a political metaphor. Luthor equals Elon Musk. Corrupt country equals Russia. Small country equals Ukraine. I have no idea if that, is something that the person has decided was there, or if it's more of it in the film. At the Daily Planet, Jimmy Olsen behaves as expected, but with a twist. Girls obsessively fawn over him, and he can't escape their attention.
That's true.
Lois, this is going to be relevant to a thing later now. Lois questions how Clark constantly gets interviews with Superman, creating some tension. And she goes to her apartment at night and finds Clark there. It's revealed they've been secretly dating for 3 months, and she knows he's Superman. Their tension is all a part of a cute role play thing at work. In her living room, Lois complains about Clark always interviewing Superman. She playfully turns on her microphone to record him, starting as a cute game but devolving into a long domestic argument about foreign policy and Superman's involvement.
Okay.
Lex Luthor releases monsters into the city to fight Superman, who defeats them. The Justice Gang appear and help in the fight.
The Justice Gang is true. That's what they refer to themselves.
I mean, a lot of this, none of this contradicts anything we've seen so far.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah. That
some of it I'd say is supported. Justice Gang appears and helps in the fight. They're basically the Guardians of the Galaxy. At one point, Luthor enters the Fortress of Solitude, uncorrupts Jor-El's messages about Superman being sent to conquer the world, and broadcasts them worldwide. The messages turn humanity against Superman, making him an outcast. Superman, shunned by the world, returns to his human family, which, again, that very likely could all
it's
be
all
true.
kind of fits so far, because we've seen Luthor walking into the Fortress of Solitude. We've seen that.
Lex Luthor
walking in there.
Lex Luthor has access to a pocket universe where he traps people he hates, including ex-girlfriends. He violently beats Crypto and takes him to this universe. Somehow Superman ends up trapped there as well. Lois and the Justice Gang discover Superman's location in the pocket universe through Jimmy, who had been secretly sexting Luthor's girlfriend. I don't like
what.
That's a lot for a sentence,
What?
I'm really hoping that's made up.
She's obsessed with Superman, and her provocative photos unintentionally reveal confidential data.
Testmarker.
Superman eventually escapes the pocket universe by flying through pixelated lava that looks like Minecraft. Superman saves some people and fights the foreign army, earning forgiveness from others. The best action scene, which is as good as the hallway scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, involves Mr. Terrific. Again, these are all just random notes. Superman learns about Luthor's plans with the foreign nation. He informs the government, but Luthor counters by revealing he cloned Superman. A fight ensues between Superman and his clone, who shares his DNA and could access the Fortress of Solitude. Superman defeats the clone.
Well, is it Bizarro? Would it be Bizarro, maybe?
Probably. That would be my guess, anyway. Superman defeats the clone. Luthor's taken to jail. Superman returns to the Fortress of Solitude, where a drunk sorority version of Supergirl appears to reclaim Crypto, her dog, and she asks Superman to watch him because she had asked him to watch him for the week. Superman sits back and asks to see his family again, but instead of Jor-El, it's his human family. And that's apparently the plot. I don't understand why there's so much weird shit in here.
Hang on. Thoughts, Az?
But I mean, obviously, there's a huge right. Number one, let's just say that they're real because it could all be bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So if we're saying that is real, that's legit, and that's the plot. Obviously, there's a difference between how somebody writes it and how it'll be translated onto the screen. It could be very fun that the way that they do things, the way that they paraphrase some of the stuff makes me very concerned about a few things in there. Superman clone. I mean, I would. That kind of feels a bit boring and a bit generic, unless if the Pocket Universe had Bizarro, and that's how the clone comes out, so to speak.
Why are we doing Pocket Universes in the first?
I don't even know. Well, isn't it because aren't they doing the Pocket Universe because isn't Supergirl meant to be trapped in the Pocket
It's not
Universe?
Bizarro.
It's not.
No. Can't say.
So it's just going to be
A clone.
Are they trying to do like a Superman 3 thing?
You mean a Superman 4? You mean like Nuclear Man?
Superman. No, Superman 3 thing. Where he splits himself. And
well, that was the red kryptonite. No.
I don't like the idea of Superman fighting a clone of himself.
I don't either.
It's Ultraman.
But Ultraman's from Earth 2.
But they're gonna make it a clone.
He's part of the crime syndicate, and
they're gonna make it a clone. There's been pictures of him. You've seen him.
Are they gonna call him Ultraman?
I don't know.
So has it got anything to do with the crime syndicate?
Based on what I've heard, that sounds pretty accurate. So maybe it plays out great, guys.
Maybe it does.
We don't know.
Well, yeah. The stuff about like sexting manages to, move the plot significantly.
Chris has said that like Jimmy Olsen's actually has a good arc, and it's kind of like Pete Davidson. Like he gets all these chicks, but he doesn't really know why. Which I'm not against. Like I'm not against like plopping the superhero genre in like where everybody's established and they already have like their rogues gallery of villains and stuff. I'm like for that. I'm tired of fucking origins or we're at the hero's end. How about prime? Showing them at their prime. I'm absolutely for all that. Like, let's do it. Explained like that. As far as the Minecraft stuff, the effects weren't finished when they showed the test screening.
I don't mind Jimmy Olsen fucking.
I'm more concerned about the
drowning in women. I'm just talking about the part where he's got sex from Lex Luthor's girlfriend that reveals like important data.
It's Tessmacher,
yeah.
It's Tessmacher. Gene Hackman, R.I.P. Yeah, we'll see. More will be revealed, but as far as I know, that sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It could translate very fun and on the screen, but the thing, when you were going through the beats, I was kind of thinking, well, that was in the trailer, and that was in the trailer, and that was in the trailer, and that was in. So I was kind of like, oh no,
he beats Crypto.
Yeah, that sounds. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to see even a super dog. I don't want to see a super dog get beaten the fuck up.
I mean,
and the whole Lex thing seems like what he's a cuffing cell or something. Yeah.
Universe.
Well, Superman. Superman getting defeated by fake news. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
But we also heard that there's some like patriotism in here. We'll see. We'll see. I don't see James Gunn as the kind of guy who puts an American flag out in his front yard for 4th of July or like me every single day.
No, he probably puts a Ukrainian flag out and a Quiz for Palestine fucking banner on his house or something. And then not that he cares about any of it, because do we really think that The Flash is James Gunn's favorite superhero movie of all time?
Well, that's what he said.
No.
Hey, James Gunn is a truth teller.
No,
Oh, the thread this was posted on, all the comments are like, no way it's real. Nah, it's not real. No way.
Mahler, remember the Game of Thrones season 8 spoilers?
They were insane.
They were insane. And they were absolutely true.
Yes, I stand by what I said, which they made more sense than what actually happened.
I know when you read them. Yeah, when you actually read them and you're like, wait a minute, they didn't even do that right.
Yeah, it's
But Game of Thrones was famous for that, though. Like, Game of Thrones, like, they had people, like, climbing mountains with telephoto lenses and taking pictures. They had one YouTuber, he was a Spanish guy, who would go to where they were filming. He would get all the plots and leak them. And then HBO famously would accidentally release episodes early. Remember those?
They released the Wall episode by accident. I remember everyone clamoring for that. And it was terrible.
The Hodor episode, they released. I saw that one like a week before it came out. They did that with As Is Gone. They did that with Deep Breath too, like a rough cut of Deep Breath from Doctor Who. It was in black and white. Got sent out early too. I watched that. I liked it.
I will say so. I'm not going to mention anything specific because the spoilers thing is down. But before and after hearing that set of information, are you more confident, less confident, or the same?
I am the same. Maybe a little less confident, but I was not overly confident. I just want it to be good, dude. I want a fucking good movie to talk about. I want a good Superman movie.
No, I'm with you on that completely, but I think I'm less confident. Like some of this, I'm just like, oh,
I'm not.
I don't know what James Gunn. Like my perception of him is fucking tanked over the past like 2 years.
Well, I mean, he's obviously really proud of himself. He animated himself into the Creature Commandos opening, like he, and then he's put himself on a variant cover. They pointed out on Geeks and Gamers Daily, and they're 100% right. This will be known as James Gunn's Superman. It should not be known as James Gunn's Superman. They should have titled it Superman, the Man of Tomorrow. And I heard Beardo say, and he might not be wrong, it's too close to Man of Steel. Bullshit. They gave that title to Supergirl so they can adapt this fucking Tom King series. Now, if you're a comic book fan, and there's a dwindling number out there, Tom King sucks. Tom King absolutely sucks. Millie Alcock is great casting for Supergirl. Fantastic casting for Supergirl. She was a great young Rhaenyra. She looks like Supergirl. And she's going to be in this movie, but it should have been called Superman, the Man of Tomorrow. Absolutely should have. That's a better title than just James Gunn Superman.
No, yeah, I agree. Man of Tomorrow is. I agree also that you don't need to worry about Man of Steel gunk on it. Not at all.
You can't go into stuff like that worried about what somebody did before. Right? You can't. You're like, if you're as confident as James Gunn clearly is, you title it. You want it to have an evergreen title. Like, I'll say Donner's Superman, but Superman is just Superman. And Dick Donner did a great job directing Superman and the Donner cut, which is my favorite version of Superman 2, warts and all. It is better. And I like my single the one panel, if I had to choose one panel of all the Comic-Cons I've been to that I was the most proudest to be at, was at that panel of them talking about the Donner cut with Dick Donner. Yes. A lot of people call him Dick Donner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, Dick is short for Richard.
Richard, yeah.
So Dick Donner was there, and it was a fucking amazing panel. It was an amazing. The second best panel was the Serenity panel. The Serenity panel was fucking brilliant. There's video out there. Nathan Fillion knows how to, he is so fucking funny and so great at cons. That was a great panel to be at too.
He deserved to play Mal for 10,000 years.
God. Mal could have been the next Kirk, dude.
What could have been? Fuck you, Fox.
Oh, now they're worse. Fuck you, Fox, but man, I miss them because now they're owned by Disney.
Now they're owned by Disney, yeah.
Now they're owned by
Could
Disney.
you just imagine a Disney fucking revival of Firefly?
Oh, well, we're getting a Disney revival of fucking Buffy.
Did you see that Neil Cuckman, Morley, said that Joel was actually right?
What's he up to? His whole fucking sequel game is about how Joel was fucking wrong.
I know.
And not only that, but he has a great opportunity to defend himself, and he just doesn't. What's that about, Mr. I think Joel was right? Also, I saw this tweet that I thought was funny as fuck, where it was like, oh my god, video essayists on Suicide Watch. It's like, yeah, we covered a shit ton of people on EFAP who fully believes like Joel made the wrong choice, and he was a bad person, and he's left the world in ashes by saving Ellie at the end of the last one. And, you know, everyone with a brain was like, no, he made thoroughly the correct choice, and he had about 17 good reasons for it when he only needed one. Fucking Neil.
Dude, now that Pedro Pascal's Joel, I am Team Abby. Get that 5-iron. Let's fucking go. Get that big dyke. Knock his head off. Let's go.
I don't even know. Watching them recreate what was one of the biggest disasters in gaming history in film form or TV form is just like, what? You fuckers are stupid. It's going to be different this time, I swear.
Enjoy.
Oh, that comes out this month, right?
Yes.
Man, we got
Andor season 2.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Yes.
Daredevil still coming out.
Daredevil's still good. Hey, tonight,
Giving
everybody who's a member of this channel, we do the watch party at 8 p.m. Central, and this is the episode where something happens.
Oh, this is the
Finally.
this is where the
new
people have taken over.
The new showrunner has taken over.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
Have got more control.
And Punisher's in it, and yeah,
Aaron's apparently coming back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
I think I could just not watch.
You can just watch the last 3 episodes,
and then
just watch
this one.
Watch the Frank Castle scene in episode 4.
Yeah,
and then this,
and then
and you should be fine.
So, what do you think of the bank episode, Gary?
Oh God, it was bad.
I thought it was fucking trash, and I saw a lot of people say like, "Oh, well, you don't like filler," and it's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that at all.
No,
how'd you have
okay,
filler
no. I don't like filler in a 9-episode series.
Yeah.
I do not.
Fucking ridiculous.
I don't mind a bottle episode because bottle episodes can be potentially. What's the best bottle episode of Doctor Who, Mahler?
Oh,
Midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight. Sometimes you get a great episode, but filler that's unforgivable in a 9-episode series. But it was the one that was like not fucked with at all. That was from the previous show. And we talked about it. It has repeated themes. They do the same, like he becomes Daredevil at the end of that episode, Mahler. He just doesn't put his costume on. And then the next episode, he becomes Daredevil again.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so obviously like can you find a way to do a low budget episode because we don't know what the fuck we got to fill, like, and that's the thing, as you just said, it's like I'm pretty sure the whole conception of Midnight was we've got to fill a slot.
Yeah,
so, like,
because they were filming the end of series 4 and they needed that's why Turn Left doesn't have the Doctor in it, right? Because they needed 2 episodes where they're not in it because they're in so much of the other stuff. Sorry, Mahler, go on.
No, it's just that being on point of like, think of like a Tabula Rasa, I think it was called in Buffy, the one where they all forget their memories.
Yes.
Most of it's just in a room, and that's it. Spin the Bottle, I think, in Angel. I love that episode, even though it's season 4. Farscape there's a couple in Farscape.
Yes, there is.
Every show does this, and a lot of them are fucking excellent. In Community, there's a whole bottle episode where they're all trapped in a room because someone stole a pen, and they have to figure out who did it. It's the kind of shit that's like, it's a writing challenge, and I think if your characters are, fucking amazing, then you'll be fine. In a sense, Out of Gas is kind of a bottle episode in Serenity.
Yes.
Firefly, I should say. So yeah, I don't take this as a fucking excuse. It's like you just wanted plot or whatever. You wanted to continue the story. It's like no, it's just a crap, shitty piece of filler that was thrown in. The procedure from the fucking negotiation hostage people is insane.
It's
She
fucking
arrives
retarded.
and she's just like, "You're surrounded. You're gonna either be leaving in cuffs or a coffin." It's just like, he has hostages, you dumb fuck. Like, why are you threatening him? That's not how this is supposed to work. Yeah, and it's that lady who we haven't seen since episode 1, right? I think it's like Officer something. She was in the bar talking to somebody, and I was just like, "Who the fuck even are you?" She was like, "Everyone's gone drinking because it's St. Patrick's Day." So
it's another female police detective who's trying to act like a fucking dude. I mean, it's Asian this time. X-Ray Girl did the best she could, but she didn't pull it off.
You could tell they wanted her so fucking cool and aloof, and she's like, "Okay, I'm here at the hostage situation.
It's so
Hey,
boring."
buddy." Yeah, and like talking to the guy so flippantly when they've already beaten several people. I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" And then you know, I don't think Matt gets out of that episode very well either. Like where he just walks up to the guy at the end with the thing they want, and he's just like, you know, like, "You're gonna get defeated. They're coming in here any second now." The guy says, like, "I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you." And then he like cocks the gun. He's like, "I'm gonna shoot you." I was like, he could have just shot him, but there's no reason.
Just shoot him in the face. Yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck Matt's plan was. He just walks up to him and he's like, "I have what you want." He's like, "I'm gonna shoot you."
Yeah, Matt. Dude, Matt, okay, that jailhouse scene where the guy's like this, you know, I want to steal fiddle-faddle and I should be able to steal what I want was fucking retarded. And then that whole episode, and then him getting chewed out by Little White Tiger in his own office.
Oh my God.
I was like, shut the fuck. And it's like, and then we get whiplash because like I like the end of the episode where they're fighting at the end, where he's fighting Muse and stuff. But like the first half of the 6th episode was shit too. I mean,
we have had several characters in the series ripping into Matt for how he's not doing things right, as though they know he's Daredevil, as opposed to a blind man.
A blind fucking lawyer.
It's so fucked up that these people are like, "You're pathetic. You're not doing this, that, and the other thing." He's like, "You don't understand the difficulty of my life." It's like, he's fucking blind,
and he's not a prosecuting attorney either. It's not like he could do it. It's
so annoying.
It's so annoying. But we got to get the soups. But we'll hopefully something happens tonight. Well, we started a little late, so we're gonna go as fast as we can. Alcatraz. I've been there. Thank you for the $20 donation. Well, no, I visited.
I know.
So the shitty thing is, like,
just coming from you, that was quite funny. That's all.
No, it was like family would come out and go, "We want to go to Alcatraz." I'm like, "Oh, great, let's go visit a prison. Let's go, yay!"
It was already closed down before you were incarcerated, guy.
I don't get much out of visiting Alcatraz. Let's just say that. Eddie Brock 9043 for €5 says, Gary, do you have issues? Do you have the issues of Sentry by Paul Jenkins? I do. Bought 8 issues of his second miniseries on eBay. They're great. Back when Marvel was good. They are. They're really good stuff. Paul Jenkins is a great writer. Great writer. J Mac for 50. There's a smaller creator on YouTube called Scooter V that released a video today that I think you guys will enjoy, especially Gary and Az. It's a rap about DEI in media, hilarious stuff. I'll check it out. Thank you, J-Mac. Scooter V. J-Mac has gifted 50 Nerdrotic memberships for $250. J-Mac! I'll get to watch Daredevil with me. I mean, I don't show the show. I just put up a timer and we just watch it together. You can figure out how to watch it however you like. Because I do not recommend you subscribe to Disney Plus. Mikey Gussler for 20. Read that Superman link, and I have to say it's one of the worst superhero plots I've ever read. Luthor is Elon Musk and traps his ex-girlfriends in the Phantom Zone. I mean, I based. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jimmy Olsen is a sexual harasser and Lois talks down Superman. We'll have to see how it plays out. Okay, the one criticism from the guy Chris and I talked to said that the Lois and Clark scenes weren't great.
Oh.
And I like the actress playing Lois. She's fine. I think she's
Good
fine.
actress.
She's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
some good
Did you say
assets.
he's fine?
I said, did I say he's fine? He's
I thought you
fine.
said
Oh, I've made a terrible mistake again, haven't I?
Red Mage
Oh,
the 13th
no.
for $20 says, there were people like myself who wanted to Finn to go from Stormtrooper to a Jedi, and that would have been great. That would have been a great story. I totally agree. Felt bad for Boyega when he got screwed like that. Now with this, he said, I'm not so sure. Yeah, fuck him. Josh Kelsey has dropped $19.99. Thank you, Josh. Noons has dropped 50 Nerdrotic memberships for $250, my lady. See you in Turkey, my lady.
Turkey.
Can't wait to meet you. Augustin Bandino for 500 Argentinian pesos. Says, hello, fellas. Thank you for the years of entertainment. Gary, I'm collecting Daredevil comic runs. I have Frank Miller, Soul, Wade, Bendis, and Brubaker. Should I get the new Chip Zdarsky omnibus? P.S. Love you, Mahler. I think Razor Fist would say yes. And I think others would say yes. I would say no. I would say no, because where it goes is fucking retarded. I would say no. But I thought Wade's run was shit too. Brubaker's run, underrated run. I think, Bendis used to be good, guys. Brian Michael Bendis used to be a good writer. He wrote some good shit. Not going to say he didn't write some good. People said he was a little too conversational. I enjoyed most of his writing. His Daredevil run's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Anakmamon reviews and rants 2 parts for $25 says The Witcher season 3 directing episodes of House of the Dragon, and the director of Shang-Chi is directing the new Spider-Man movie. I have a message for Hollywood. Stop letting people fail upwards. This is why you're failing. I couldn't agree more. I'm going to applaud that. I meant House of the Dragon. I got you there. The problem is it should have done House of the Dragon either way. Damn, I suck. No, you don't. You're fine. I typo all the time. RM for 69 shekels says, hi, Gary. I'm going to the Star Wars celebration in Tokyo. Can you suggest a good Star Wars comic to look for? Or comics to look for? Dark Horse.
Dark Horse ones,
yeah. Don't buy anything. If you're going to buy Marvel, vintage, like when
80s.
80s, late 70s, early 80s Marvel is good. Dark Horse is better. Much better. Ryan doesn't like it, but I love it. Dark Empire. Shlomi Laner for $20. Have you talked to Film Threat about Superman? He says it's pretty good. And what are your thoughts on? Well, okay, to give Chris his due, he talked to one person, but the entire theater of 60 people at the test screening, and it's unusual for this to happen, was very enthusiastic and happy at the end of the movie. So maybe it's good. I don't fucking know. I didn't see it. And what are your thoughts on Uncanny X-Men? I just started reading it, and Scott is such a badass, and Emma has a good arc. I also love Scott's new costume. Is it newer? I mean, because like if we want to go back to like back in the days when I was reading it, Emma used to be a great character, and Scott was a great character. I wouldn't know because I haven't picked up a new Marvel comic in how many years now? It's
got to be
4, 5,
coming up 4, 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah, I've always been a Cyclops fan. Always. Bryan Singer didn't respect him at all in his movies. That's my big complaint about the.
Kind of got cucked by Wolverine in those films.
Yeah,
Wolverine just took over.
Yeah.
Scott Summers is a badass character in the comics. I was just telling Mahler that he should read Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men, which I like a lot. The legendary Golden Spork for $20 on April 18th. The dark fantasy action horror retelling of Snow White called The Death of Snow White is coming to theaters. Unlike Disney, this indie film has real dwarves and Snow White actually looks easy on the eyes. Yeah, I did hear about that from Chris. Chris also talked about a Swedish Cinderella movie that's supposed to be like badass looking, and it was all the talk of Sundance, and it's a horror comedy from Shout Factory.
Okay.
And he played the trailer. Wow. The trailer's too long to play, but go watch it on Versus yesterday and then go watch it online. I'm going to check it out. I heard them reacting because I was on my walk, so I didn't see it, but everybody reacted positively to it and said it looked pretty fun. So yeah, The Death of Snow White is coming. I've seen a little bit of that trailer. Norm Al Man for 20 Canadian pesos. Insert clip of Cavill saying, fuck. In references to the Superman spoilers. Yeah. I'm not,
again, they could just be phrased in a very, specific way. It could be, it's how the story plays out, but as a sort of thread.
Eddie Brock 9043 for €2 says Batman Hush 2 #1 was out last week. What a bore. Did you get it, Az?
I have it right here. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I'm not moved but to get it.
I'll get reading now.
What's Mark Millar's book that's coming out? It is Vatican
City.
Vatican City. Yeah, that comes out on the 9th. So it comes next week. That is the new book I am looking forward to. Is Mark Millar's Vatican City. Vatican City. Just in time for Easter. He says it's the most Catholic comic book ever written.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There you go. Love that dude. That guy's still okay. He mentions it in passing once in a while. He doesn't make a single penny off the comics he writes. And he produces more comics than I think all the writers right now. Regularly. Most. We'll say most. I don't know that for sure. So he puts out more comics than most writers. He doesn't take any money. He shares it all with the artists, the letters. He produces it through, he produces comics through Image, I believe, still. Or maybe it's all Dark Horse now. Not really sure.
It was Image. Now he's shifted over his library to Dark Horse.
To Dark Horse. Read King of Spies. Holy fucking shit, that's good. And Nemesis. Nemesis is fantastic. Fucking so good. So good. Nemesis was so much fun to read, dude. I remember when it originally came out, but the return was so fucking good. But King of Spies, fucking read that. That's good shit. This is my name for $100. Gary, have you met Chris Claremont? I have not. He does a lot of cons, or used to. He had the same we had the same advisor at Bard College, where Jean Grey's parents teach. I got to speak to him on the phone just after he had his twins, so I'm biased, but of course. But what are your thoughts on him? Greatest X-Men writer ever. Without question. And that includes Stan Lee. Greatest X-Men writer ever. The only thing I will add is while I adore the Cockrum run, things leveled up when Byrne got there, because Byrne also was a co-creator and co-writer on that series, and nothing can beat the Claremont Byrne X-Men run. It is legendary. It is fantastic. It is peak Byrne, peak Claremont, but greatest X-Men writer ever, without a doubt. Akira for $5. Gary, brief thoughts on Serenity. We missed you on Sunday. One of the greatest science fiction movies ever made, in my opinion. A perfect ending although truncated from a fabulous series, but I think it stands alone as a magnificent piece of art. I watch it often. And I'm sorry I missed it. Absolutely sorry I missed it. The Operative, one of the greatest villains ever. And that's why I can't pronounce the guy's name, but I wanted that guy to play the Doctor so bad. He would be a fucking brilliant Doctor. But then he did 12 Years a Slave and became a big star. And then he went.
Chigwell Ejiofor.
Yeah, he's a great actor, man. That guy's so fucking good. But yeah, The Operative is great. Don't read the comics, especially the book comics.
Sounds like you feel about the Firefly comics the way I feel about the Buffy and Angel comics.
Yeah, they're very similar, but I think the Angel comics are better than the Buffy season 8 comics.
Yeah, from the summaries I've seen, dude, the Xander marrying Dawn is enough to be like, no, non-canon, bye.
Dawn's also giant. He's a
giant.
giant.
I don't know what the.
Oh my God, she's dead.
Yeah.
God. We never found out how she died, did we?
No.
Did they not give any information on that?
No. So every time they do that, it's probably drugs or eating disorder or both. Either way, it's very sad and tragic. Big outs for $10. Marvel versus DC. Marvel versus DC. Blob versus Killer Croc. Two circus freaks that have eaten people and have flipped on being villains. I personally think Blob is underrated, and based on his fights with Hulk, he wins. I would agree. Killer Croc's pretty bad. Yep.
Which one's bigger? Like in their standard sizes?
Blob is bigger.
Can he get bigger as well? Like, what's his power set other than
it depends.
being fat?
He's impervious and he will eat you.
If you swallow Killer Croc, he's gonna fuck you up though inside there.
Well, if you take a bite out of him.
Well, what if he takes a bite out of you?
I don't know. I don't know if this ever ended up in comic book form. Derek Robertson drew a Killer Croc origin, and I was a Gotham PD officer in it. But I don't know if it ever made it. He showed me the artwork, but I don't know if that ever made it in or not. I can't remember what title it was. But
in all fairness, Nightwing does kind of bring up a point about how ridiculous the Bat family is. There's something going on.
Are you reading a comic while we're on a show?
Yeah, I said I'll read it. What are you doing the super chats?
Gosh.
I'm paying attention.
What if they ask you a question?
Then I'll come in. I can see these called fucking earphones, so I can hear.
Headphones.
Earphones.
Headphones.
Earphones.
It's like the soccer football thing.
Dick Grayson says, look, we've got like 9 Robins, 4 Batgirls, and a Huntress. Can't you get one of them to do it?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock 9043 for €5 says, if the Spider-Man 4 brand new day title announcement wasn't bad enough, Mary Jane is confirmed to be the all-new, yeah, we knew this, Venom, due to leaks rather than Paul. Yeah, them trying to make Mary Jane, like, this is like the jackpot shit. It's fucking retarded because they're trying to give her her own agency. Mary Jane only exists to be Peter Parker's girlfriend and wife, period. End of story. End of. There's nobody buying books for fucking Mary Jane unless she is married to Spider-Man. Tom Brevoort, he should thank the gods that nobody, you know what, comics don't matter anymore as. This is proof that comics don't matter because people like Tom Brevoort would be out of a fucking job if they did.
Yeah. And you talked about Amazing Spider-Man earlier, and it's been outsold by Ultimate Spider-Man.
Again.
So there's that.
Eddie Brock, 9043 for €10 says, also ordered 3 omnibuses of the classic Thunderbolt series from eBay. That's good. You'll like that. Amazing read. How Marvel Studios messed up on this one. Yeah, that book won awards. Like, it was really well received. Do you have all the Thunderbolt issues? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's somewhere. You know, I have all these books I needed to bag and board, and I didn't do any of them. I was going to do Spectacular Spider-Man today. Oh, I guess I'll do it later. But going through stuff, I did find a couple of things. I knew I had this one. I totally forgot I had this, dude. As you ever do that, you're going through your shit, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah,
That's
fuck, I
rad.
got this. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Never knew I had this.
A signed,
Although I did have the
Stanley-
case of the missing 80 issues.
Oh, what's missing?
Oh, I've replaced it now, but when I was putting the collection, moving it back from storage into here, and there was like 80 issues of Batman missing. And it was like all through the Nightfall run.
You're going to find them. You took them
Oh,
out,
they'll be
and you're going to fucking
probably.
find them.
Probably.
No, 100% you're going to find them. I do that all the time. I have like 4 sets of Secret Wars because I couldn't find it, and I bought it. And I do that so much. But yeah, like randomly found Avengers #4 signed by Stan Lee.
Wow. I don't have anything like that, although I do have a Fantastic Four 13, which was gifted to me.
This is a big book to forget about. This is not good. You know, like
it's
not slabbed. This is like I forgot who made these. These are actually pretty good. It's something Brothers. It's BB. I forgot who they were. But yeah, these things are pretty cool. I'm not really super big on slabbing books. I don't like giving them away and having them gone for a while. But CGC is like a very reputable company, and they will not slab your books. What you have to watch out for is people who know how to crack CGC and sell you frauds, because that is a big problem. That is a big problem. But CGC themselves are very good and reputable. But I'm just worried about the mail and everything going out. Maybe handing it to them I'd feel better about. But Gary from the League of Evil Garys for $2. You are the worst Gary, and that's not an April Fool's joke. A lot of people agree with you. Hunter DeVrock for $9.99. Okay, panel and chat. Best heavy metal singer: Rob Halford, Bruce Dickinson, or Ronnie James Dio. Also, have you heard the kick-ass symphonic metal band Epica with the angelic Simone Simons? I have not, but I will. Greatest living heavy metal singer is Rob Halford. 100%. I would probably say he's still the best metal singer, but I have a soft spot. Ronnie James Dio, dude. May he rest in peace. I like Bruce Dickinson. I think he's good, but he is no fucking Dio, and he is no Rob Halford. Greatest rock singer of all time, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, he's pretty hard to beat.
Yep. But Rob Halford, unbelievable. I miss Ronnie James Dio. I was listening to We Rock this morning. The Squire of Androzani for 10 British pounds, proper money. Sat at my classroom desk marking test papers. Thanks for making it bearable. One day I'll snap and show your videos to the kids. Go out with a bang. Hell yeah, do it. Do you guys have tenure over there? Can you get fired? It's hard. It's hard to fire a teacher here once they get tenure.
Yeah.
Is it called tenure over there, or is it called something else?
I think it is. I think it's called tenure.
I'm going to be in your neck.
I don't even know if we have it over here though.
As I'm going to be in your neck of the woods in a few months. Yes. There is a church in East. I forgot the name. It's the highest standing stone. It's the tallest standing stone in the UK. It's 25 feet from the ground up, but it's also 25 feet below, and it's buried at a church in West Yorkshire.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to go see that.
Okay.
I need to see it. There's lots of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna be there, right, X-Ray Girl?
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
I cannot wait.
I cannot wait to go back to Oxford. I cannot wait to go to Bath.
Can't wait to have a bath.
Stonehenge.
Can't wait to take a bath.
Hopefully it's not too hot this time.
Please. That was Texas hot when we were there. That was unbelievable.
No AC in the bedrooms, and I'm sweating.
And it's like 104. It's like, holy shit. Chris 1306 for 70 Zardoz as Mauler. I have given lots of thoughts. I have given lots and lots of monies to the Kickstarter, so I have high expectations. Question: how quickly will Disney shut up any actor that goes full Zegler during Avengers Doomsday?
I mean, you're probably safe with the cast they've got. Everyone there has been through like decades.
Simu
tested.
Simu.
What is he? Has he said anything that's like?
He generally says some stupid shit. He does.
But like the kind of thing that Disney would send someone to tell him to shut up. Do you think?
No,
he doesn't attack.
Because Pedro Pascal is there as well, and he said some controversial shit here and there.
Oh, he would be the most problematic.
Oh yeah, he called half the country Nazis. I mean, and then got every fucking role in Hollywood.
Dude, they're calling Elon Nazi, for fuck's sake. These people are fucking mental.
Yeah, just to be clear, there's plenty of people there who said stuff that like we would say is fucking insane and stupid or whatever. But anyone, like, is anyone there that Disney do you think would be dragged into saying are insane?
No. You'll Zegler was very unique in her stupidity and her continued stupidity, and it was a variety of stupidity. It wasn't just attacking Trump supporters. Remember that. It was attacking the old movie. So you're attacking half the audience, then you're attacking the movie that literally made your company that you're working for, the company that you're working for. Like, there is no Disney without Snow White, period. So, like, people like blame, you can't put all the blame on Zegler. Okay, no, you can't put 100% of the blame on Zegler. What's a percentage we could put on it?
I'd say it's a good, at least a good 50-50 split.
Easy.
I think she was given talking points. I think she went through them. I think she was probably corrected on what she should say, and she didn't correct herself. But I think initially those talking points about this is fuck the old kind of movie, this is a new movie, this is about true love's kiss, this isn't about being chased by a prince, this is about being the leader she knows you can be. I reckon all of those are 100% Disney talking points.
Yep.
Sorry, the first half of that, by the way, I appreciate it, and I will do my best with the work we're doing.
That's all you can do. Do your best. Just make sure it's your fucking best. I say 60%. It was going to fail anyway, and it was going to fail spectacularly, but I think Zegler took tens of millions off the opening box office. But Disney hired her. This was a bad from concept beginning. But I don't want to undersell like how fucking bad she was. Remember, she used a promotional tweet to say free Palestine. Now, if you want to say it separately, I don't give a fuck. But you put that on a, hey, everybody, thanks. And that was, and then, you know, inconsiderate of your co-star. She's inconsiderate of the audience. She's a fucking spoiled brat. And you know what? Nobody's going to learn. As the media piling on, you know, she didn't shut up for a long time. For a long time. But hopefully she learns from it. So I think, you know, 55 to 60%. You certainly could put a lot of blame on her. But what didn't help is the movie really just sucked. and they put and Mahler. I just thought it was just going to be a normal bad movie. I did not think they would put all the communist messaging in there. I'm like, wow, okay. Shit. The movie was woke.
You're just mad because you thought they made a real good point.
Yeah, that's it. 5 hours in a locked bedroom with Sydney Sweeney or fanboying over the Doomsday cast reveal. Matt Ramos, aka Soups, is taking the live stream every time. Yes. Hey, we did it, but like I'm married, so and my wife's not here. I am literally a bachelor right now, so like what the hell?
I just knew. I was like, I'll just check out the summary once it's over. I fucking watching a 5-hour stream. Holy shit.
It was such, and nobody's talking about it. It was a terrible rollout. And I think it really exemplified yes, there was 100,000 people watching. There would have been a fucking million people watching if they'd have done something, and it was prime Marvel.
Yeah.
Slack Attack for $5. I heard the manga for Alice in Borderlands ends with season 2 of that show, meaning Netflix is taking the helm for season 3. Should we be worried? Always.
Yeah, that is true.
Absolutely, always.
It was decent. It was decent.
I'm gonna check out Solo Leveling because everybody's talking about it, and then probably Devil May Cry, which will probably make every anime fan fucking angry at me that I'm watching the Netflix version. I need something to watch. Just trying it.
I've been told to check out Devil May Cry, actually. They put Batman back in the orange and oval bat suit in this one.
You mean yellow?
Yeah. Yeah, the orange, yellow. Yeah.
Totally different colors. But
I know. I'm color dyslexic, Gary. And I don't appreciate you calling me out like that.
You're boob dyslexic too, but it's okay. We still love you.
I believe it's more penis.
Wow,
you like the boobs, no matter what, on men or women. It's about the pee-pee being there or not. That's where he's getting confused.
It's about the pee-pee. It reminds me of South Park. It's about the pee-pee. Oh, hurry up and make some South Park, motherfucker. We're getting a new season later this year, Mahler.
Oh, good.
Yeah, in the fall, we're getting a new season of South Park.
And we might just be watching something related to that tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
What? The final Doctor Who premiere last night was empty. The final Doctor Who premiere last night was empty, and Ruby Sunday now looks like Starlight with all the Botox. Oh no, she did not Botox herself. She's like 10. Thank God it's ending.
She's 20, didn't she?
So yeah,
she was 19 when she got cast, so she's probably like 22 now or something.
Oh my God. Eddie, if that's true, that's terrible. Yes, they probably did premiere it in theaters, right? In Rachel Leichman Square.
Okay, Leicester Square.
Worcestershire Square. I saw Attack of the Clones there.
Good for you.
And Underworld and The Bourne Identity.
Okay,
dude, Underworld's fucking. I like Underworld.
First one's fine.
I like that movie. Des Roma for $1.99. No, Mahler, moist eyeballs. Zakran for 10 British pounds proper money. I think all Star Wars fans would agree that Finn was the most wasted character in the sequel trilogy after Ruin Johnson turned him into a clown. Agreed. But now Jonathan Boyega has turned himself into a clown. Life imitates art. Fourth drawer down for $4.99. Dear Gary, please remember to open your Post-it notes. Oh, shit. Okay. Rebellion 765 for $13.99. Please watch the Reggae Wars. Tons of fun. Only a few minutes. Reggae Wars Return of the Irie Jedi. I'll watch it, and then we can watch it next time. Thumbs up 1981 for $4.99. Got an accidental look at your gym muscle last week. For me, gimme the prize. Is on the top 5. Why does it say? Why did I say muscle? I was like, that's gay. So when we were, you can't see my gym muscle.
Freudian slip there, Gary.
Oh, no.
Possibly.
Look, he's been a bachelor for a while now.
Dude, the wife comes home in a couple days. Hey. My gym music, yes. So we were watching a video and it went right into my gym music playlist, and it was Queen, Give Me the Prize.
Nice.
Fucking great song. Great song. We love Queen. British Gary from the League of Evil Garys for $2. You lot are so smart. April Fools. You're all twats. Red X for $5. Just a couple more here. Hey, everyone. Again, from another timeline. Mahler, are animated short/movies allowed in the Kickstarter? Hail to the Fellowship. Merry Schlurpo Day.
I mean, so the capacity with which they have to make short films is going to be within these sort of the directors, the drinkers connected to, and their specialty, which is, live action. So, and with the tools that they have at hand. But I mean, who knows what'll happen in the future? It'd be really cool if it was something animated down the road in some way, shape, or form. But can't necessarily say. But I think if anybody who's submitting a potential brief for like a short film, try and imagine reasonable scope live action.
8 o'clock for $10. I did not know this. Gary, you should watch The Apprentice, which is showing on Amazon Prime, right? Season 4, episode 8. Lucasfilm hires the Trump Organization to promote episode 3, and the Lucasfilm executive said, "This is the last Star Wars film. Weird Star Wars time capsule."
Wow.
Holy shit. Where was those clips for all my fucking videos? Damn it.
Yeah.
That would have been clip gold. All right, we're going to end it there. I'll get the rest of these Thursday morning. We're doing a square for FNT and this show on Rumble at 11 a.m. Central Time. Rumble and Nerdrotic Live. So we'll get the rest. I got to go eat. And I guess I'm bagging and boarding. Not in front of you guys. I'm sorry. I got more books to bag and board. I'll never finish. We've been bagging and boarding for a long time, and we legit did bag and board a lot of books. And it's like, I went and looked at it. I'm like, I'm not even close. I got
shitloads to do.
Yep. Az, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. UK time, 1:30 Central. Ripping a Silverback, episode 65, I think, is going to be happening, and I think I'm going to be streaming some, maybe first Berserker Kazan. Maybe doing a bit of that, because I finished Atomfall and last night, and Atomfall was fantastic. It is a great, great game, and just been announced that they have 1.5 million players. How many sales, though? But 1.5 million players, which is the biggest launch that a Rebellion game has had.
Right on.
And I think it's absolutely justified. It's a fantastic game. So if you want to play a good video game at the moment, pick up Atomfall. It's superb.
Excellent. Mahler.
Well, we're gonna tackle the inevitability that is the adaptation of Minecraft into a movie.
Oh yeah.
About the fate of video games and the furthering of slop culture with some guests on Saturday for refab, and prior to then will be open bar as expected. And hopefully I will have news soon enough that the comedy arc is completed in recording, which pushes us further toward release.
Wow, can't wait to see that.
Ooh.
That should be fun.
Oh, I think so. I think so. When people find out the list that we have, it's a pretty bag of list. Just saying.
It is. What would you do?
Everybody has AIDS.
AIDS, AIDS, AIDS.
AIDS.
The best part of that whole song is the guy who's just off at the end, where it's like AIDS, 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 AIDS.
AIDS,
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 AIDS, AIDS, AIDS, AIDS.
AIDS. There's a little gap and he goes AIDS.
Gary. God damn, when that movie came out. Forever.
Gary, you need to suck my cock.
You ever seen a man eat his own head? Then you haven't seen everything.
Well, then you haven't seen everything, and neither have we. I fucking love that.
That might have to be my number one act.
Oh, we will ask that question at the end for everybody.
Oh, one more question from Oliver. Chuck's Berry for $5. Longman, wife wasn't allowed to watch Buffy growing up. Any suggestions on making the most of watching it together now? Oh, hi, Arizona. Smooches.
Watch the whole thing. Get yourself a little guide
there's a
on.
list. Yeah.
Yeah. The watch guide for Buffy and Angel. You'll be able to find it with some Googling. And enjoy it. It's unlikely you guys won't find something fun in there. And hopefully you get hooked on what becomes a very, very enjoyable show. Angel season 5, baby. Just you got to get there, okay?
Maniac March for 10 Canadian pesos. Would any of you ever write for the Rippaverse?
Pay me.
If they paid me enough,
Pay me. Cash for all the money.
Yeah. I ain't writing for free.
Not impossible. Let's put it that way.
Nothing's impossible. Unless you could eat your own head.
I was about to say, I guess you could clone yourself and then it would count somewhat.
Yeah, that's
the your own head at that point.
Yeah. Also, friendly reminder, in case you forgot, you said you'd answer what your top 5 comic covers are on the Real BBC, and we will. The same episode that we do the rest of the top 5
And that's coming soon.
Feels like a Winds of Winter situation at this.
Extra go, what do you got coming up?
Tonight playing Aliens Fireteam Elite with Tugs. So at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then I guess watch out if we do a neuter tomorrow in the community section or on Twitter.
Yeah,
so.
I have no idea. It's 50-50 right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's 50-50. If we don't do a nooner tomorrow, then I'll probably do the square up tomorrow. So we'll do one of some kind.
Yeah, there'll be something.
There'll be
tomorrow.
something tomorrow. One of the two.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Just released a video on Snow White being a massive bomb. A massive bomb on the Marvels level.
Oh.
You just hate to see it. It was a little bit of a victory lap that I think the world has earned. I think it's good for all things in good taste. I think it's good for the culture that this thing failed abysmally. And it was well-earned failure. It was a well-earned failure. So,
they worked very hard for this.
They did. They earned every bit of their potential $300 million loss on this movie, which is still not as much as Amazon lost on Rings of Power. 600. They lost $500 million on that show, dude.
Oh,
Like Jeff Bezos is even going to notice that. He's like, how am I going to eat lunch today?
Oh, yeah, easily.
I'm going to go work on my giant clock in the mountains of Texas. I want to find out what that is. All right. So if you want to continue watching, you're not going to be able to see this if you're behind a little bit. Hang on to that unlisted link. Otherwise, it'll be uploaded on Nerdrotic Live a little later today. Until next time, back on Az's channel next week. Is it on your channel? Our schedule's changing a little bit, right? No? Should be fine? I'm traveling.
Oh,
You're going to Mars or wherever the fuck you're going.
not for a few weeks.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
I thought it was like sooner than that. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
You are wrong, Gary.
Well, I'm
He's
traveling.
time blindness. He has time blindness, guys.
I'm traveling, so
we will. You're traveling. You're the one who's traveling, Gary.
Oh yeah, I'm the one who's traveling.
I'll be here.
You'll be there?
Yeah.
Will you be there for me?
Whenever you need, buddy. Whenever you need.
Get the hell out of here. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left super chat and donation. You helped keep the lights on. Thanks to all the lurkers and everybody who participated. See you next week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.